Oh, have him do Papa Rem. That'd be good.
Or yeah. We'll figure something out. When I'm at work tomorrow, I can come up with an idea. It'll pop to my head.
All right. That sounds good. The creative muse will shit in your head.
Yeah. At some point it'll start flowing through. All right. Yeah. This is a shitty story.
It's so painful that it's super entertaining. I wish we could rewrite it for the podcast.
We have to at some point.
I'm going to try to this weekend. I'm going to try and lay down some audio tracks with my kid. She expressed some interest in the podcasting. So okay. I might do something with her and see if you get any funny lines that you can edit into something.
Sure, man. That sounds awesome. That sounds great. Whatever you got, send it my way. Put it in the Dropbox.
All right. That sounds good.
Clean that out. All right. You ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right. Oh shit. Is this, I don't know which one to play. I think it's this one. Shit. All right. Let's go. All right. 3, 2, 1. That's not the one. Let me do the other one. Let me stop it. I knew it. And I should have gotten rid of it. All right. 3.
You like the Huel track?
Oh yeah.
The Huel remix.
It's so great. It's so great.
Remix. Podcast. Talking about stuff with Ram. Best friends. Rocking out. Having fun. Sexy time. Love you.
Hey everybody. Welcome to episode 41 of the Rich Dickman Show, the podcast that is slightly better than mediocre. I am your guest host. Once again, I am Rem. I am here with my good friend, my awesome buddy, my man who would never invite me to his new girlfriend's house without me knowing about it first. It's Huel. Huel, what's up, buddy?
I might do that, buddy. How are you doing, man? I miss you. I feel like my voice is coming back. Like it's getting there. It's not quite back home, but it's on the ballpark.
You sound so much better this week. I was actually with, Hot Drummer Newsbabe at her husband's birthday party on this past Saturday. And she had said to me, we were talking about the show and she's like, yeah, Huel sounds like shit. And I'm like, yeah, he really does.
Thanks, Hot Drummer Newsbabe. I appreciate that. You know, some girls like that husky whiskey cigarette voice, but apparently not you, Mrs. Mars.
Yeah. So, but now that you're on the mend.
Mrs. Mars, M-Desk? I can't remember what it is.
We'll call him Ms. Mars. All right.
Ms. Mars,
Hot Drummer Newsbabe. Yeah. And, no, she's a big fan of yours, my man. I don't think it matters what she sounds like. I think she was more concerned with your health. As was I.
I was dying. I was on the edge of being an ex-Huel.
Like it would have been great for the show and for new listeners and stuff to hear about the tragedy of Huel. But I'm super glad that you're still with me because I don't have very many friends and I'm glad and happy and proud to call you one of them.
What would you have done if I died? Would you have gotten a new host or would you have taken like all of the previous tracks that I've laid down and like do like a real elaborate Huel soundboard, like a virtual Huel?
So here's what I would have done. I would have played this up to the T's because it's Twitter, right? And that's what you do, right? I would have started tweeting about how sad I am and I would have made it all about me. Okay. But while also making it seem like it was about you, but it was mostly about me. And I would have gotten people on to talk about Huel and the great memories. I would have had 3 weeks of content, like just having guests on to talk about you. And then I'd probably get like Randy or Ray or even producer Ryan to start cutting audio of you and then putting it together so I could have my own conversations. And you can agree with everything I said. It'd be fucking great. I'd set up a GoFundMe. Like I'd set up a PayPal where I take donations to make, like get warm boxes for your kids since they no longer have their dad to provide for them.
Oh, that's exactly what my kids would need if I died. They need a blanket. They need a blanket and some mittens.
Oh, and they would not get any bit of this, but Huel, we do have a new shirt on the store. All right. In addition, to go to Rich Dickman, to go to, what the fuck am I talking about? Amazon.com. If you type in Rich Dickman, you'll find our El Abogado t-shirt and our Slightly Better Than Mediocre t-shirt. But now you will also find the one and only, produced by producer Ryan, created by producer Ryan. That's better. If you believe in the cannibal revolution that Huel talks about on a constant basis, you need this shirt. It says, "Eat the rich" on it. Dinner's ready.
Not only does it say "Eat the rich," that's a sharp fucking looking shirt, man.
You're
like,
fucking right,
especially the white one with the red letters that kind of looks like a shopping bag. Producer Ryan is like really good at designing t-shirts. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. Now, if only I wasn't the only person in the world promoting these things, that'd be awesome. But go on, get your Eat the Rich shirt. And there's no Rich Dickman label on it, so you don't have to advertise the show.
Like if I saw that shirt at like Target or something, I would be like, that is a fucking badass shirt.
So here's what's funny about that. All right. In this weird age that we're in, where all the people who might have controversial opinions may be getting deplatformed, or people who talk to people with controversial opinions may be getting deplatformed. I was a little concerned about submitting a shirt to Amazon that said "Eat the Rich" on it, because, it's really not a joke to some people. Like, to you, you really believe in this. You and Joma will literally eat a rich person if one happened to.
I would be so happy.
Yeah.
We're going to go through so many toothpicks picking rich guy out of our teeth.
Yeah. So it's like a veiled threat against, people. So I was a little nervous.
I don't even know if it's veiled. It's like, it's not. We are going to eat you.
It's very overt.
Doesn't seem to leave much for the imagination.
So I was really nervous about Amazon getting back to me and being like, we're not going to put this on our show because it's an insight to violence, right? So I submitted it. What's today? Thursday. So I submitted it last night. And normally it takes like 2 or 3 days to hear back from Amazon to let you know that your shirt is live, right? Mm-hmm. Huel, it was 35 minutes.
I tell you, whoever is the guy that approves those saw that and was like, "Yes, I love this shirt."
Yeah, it was 35 minutes.
I don't think our podcast is ever going to go like viral. I think we're pretty much, our niche is our niche. And I think, I don't know if we're going to grow. I think we're just solid where we're at. But I feel like one of these days, one of producer Ryan's t-shirts is going to go viral. Like, and it might be this one. Like this, the Eat the Rich might catch on.
Yeah, I hope so, because I could use some of that. But so could producer Ryan. But it's just funny to me is that, my producer Ryan's El Abogado design and the slightly better than mediocre shirt, it took, 2-3 days to get approved. In 35 minutes, I have a message out there, "Eat the Rich," and boom, on Amazon. So, hey guys, if you're going to a resist rally or you're protesting something, or you just want to be fashionable in the streets, get your Eat the Rich shirt.
That's what I mean, man. Like, we need one person to go to like a rally and be on TV wearing an Eat the Rich shirt. And I bet you sell 1,000 of those fucking things in a day.
Oh, absolutely. So, if you want to help out here, if you see any crazy rallies going on and you can like tweet about them on Twitter and hashtag Eat the Rich and then link to the shirt, that'd be awesome. But, TRDS listeners, all 12 of you, I love every one of you. Take a picture of yourself wearing the shirt and we'll call you on the show. I think Google Voice is going like over IP pretty soon. So we'll be able to do a whole phone call here, Huel. It's going to be pretty fucking professional.
Yeah.
Professional. All right. RichDickman.com. That's where our website is. Call the Dickman line, 860-316-4776 with anything Dickman or non-Dickman related. All right.
I feel like what's going to happen is that the shirt is going to catch on and then our podcast is going to have to catch up. Like, we're going to have to change our name from the Rich Dickman Show to the Eat the Rich podcast because the shirt's going to be so popular and we'll actually be like riding the coattails of something that you did anyway.
So unlike Chris OC, I have very few principles. So I would totally change the whole podcast to Eat the Rich, Eat the Rich with Huel.
We'd have to do a whole new concept and it would be like, man, I can't believe they're trying to like bite the style of those Eat the Rich guys when we are the Eat the Rich guys.
If the direction that makes us money or makes us famous is eating the rich and killing babies minutes after they're born, I'm all for it. I'll jump on that bandwagon. I don't care. I'll sell myself out.
I would jump off the killing babies. I think, see, you're just ruining it before it starts, man.
Well, it's not my body. You can do with it as you will. All right.
I do the rich guys, baby.
Yeah, we need that. Yes, we do. All right. I have good news, Huel. I have very good news. Oh, let me set the show up first. We're going to be a little different tonight, or this episode, everybody, as Huel and I will do our normal silly shit for a little while. And then later on in the show, you may have heard him at the end of last week's show as we were at the game dinner and had a few glasses of homemade wine inside of us. But the Italian Stallion, my cousin, the professional MMA fighter, will be joining me in studio at the end of the show here. And we'll have a little fun together, all three of us. Are you excited?
It'll be a good time.
I know you didn't listen to last week's show. But if you did,
I did it. I don't think I did.
you would have heard him. He's
man. I'm busy. Minutes. Like I had a lot of. It was a rough week. I had a lot of shit to do.
Yeah,
no, I got like fine. More. I got more dead bodies on my desk right now than I'm comfortable with.
Do you want to talk about that? Are you okay? You doing all right?
I'm okay. There's a lot of dead guy photos on my desk that I wish weren't on my desk. But
at your desk at your home.
No, in my work.
Okay,
why would I bring my dead guy photos home? Nobody wants to see that shit.
People do weird shit, man. People do weird shit. So is this some guy? So obviously you're not defending the dead guy, but you're probably defending the guy accused of killing him?
In unjustly being accused of killing this guy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And you're probably not at liberty to talk about it too much, are you?
No, I'm not.
Yeah. Okay.
Except that he's dead. And the problem is, I can talk about this, is that like my cleaning lady at the office comes on Tuesdays and I'll have my shit on my desk and she'll put it in like nice, neat piles. Right. And I'll forget like what I was doing. Cause my job is like just 1,000 fires that I have to put out every day.
Yes.
And I was looking for something on my desk, non-dead guy related. And I'm like flipping through pages and I'm, like flip. And then, there's a guy's fucking guts on the coroner's table. God damn it. Like, that is not what I needed to see right now.
Oh, so, all right, man. Good luck. Good luck on that case. I hope you help carry justice fairly. And
I don't know if it's fair, but I'm going to get it across the goal line. That's for goddamn sure.
All right. I have good news to share with you, Huel, and with the Dickmanites in the audience. Is that
what they're called?
Yeah, I think I named that in the NFHC Discord one day. I took it.
Like the Xenobites, like on Hellraiser?
I don't know what that is, but
you never seen Hellraiser before? Like Pinhead and all those other guys?
No, I have not.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me, man? We need to do a stream where we watch Hellraiser. That's like a classic piece of film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to do a stream or you want to do a talk over audio track?
I don't know the difference between the two, but we should do one of them because that's a good movie, man.
Hellraiser. Okay.
So Hellraiser, let me give you the Cliff's Notes version of Hellraiser. And I guarantee you that this is going to be incorrect because I've seen all the Hellraisers and they all kind of mush together in my head. But so it's a interesting movie. So there's this dude who does a lot of drugs and bangs a lot of chicks. Like that's his lifestyle. He does drugs. He bangs chicks. He lives a good time. Like old Huel. It's basically old Huel.
Like
so old Huel living his life, having a good time. He's pushing the envelope on his degeneracy. So he's always like, I need to try more drugs or bang more chicks or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I really need to see where I could go with this. And he gets through his travels. I feel like he gets it in like Morocco. Like he's at like a bazaar in Morocco and buys it from some like weird dude at an opium den. But again, that might be where I'm like not getting the details all right. But he buys this like puzzle box that's supposed to be like the key to ultimate pleasure or something like that. So he takes it back to his house, which is in like Ohio. And he's up in the attic of his house and he's messing with the puzzle box and it opens up and then all these like hell guys, the Hellraisers come out and they like shoot a bunch of hooks into his face and shit. And then rip him apart, right? Like they just rip him into a million pieces. And that's like the cold open. That's like the first like 5 minutes of this movie.
Jesus Christ.
So then sometime later, his brother, who's kind of a douche, like, is at the house, because apparently it's like the family house. And so they're moving into this house, and that apparently the old Huel was using as just like his flop house drug den. And so they move in there to like clean it out, and they're going to live there. And he's like, oh, who fucking knows where my brother is? He's probably off banging some dude or whatever. And, or shooting up heroin or whatever crazy old Huel does. And he's there with his wife, and they're cleaning up the house. And you could tell there's like tension between old Huel's dick brother and his wife, right? And then, so they're cleaning up, blah, blah, blah. And then through a series of flashbacks, you find out that the wife was banging old Huel on the side. Like she was real into old Huel. And that, they had a long running thing go on. And so while they're cleaning up, the douche brother, stabs his hand on a nail accidentally, like a nail sticking out of the wall, like gouges the fucking thing. And a bunch of his blood, like spurts in slow motion onto the floor. And so they're like, oh, we got to take him to the hospital and blah. And so they all leave. But then the blood makes old Huel like reform on the floor. Like he starts coming out of the floor, and it's just his like spine and his skull and shit. But like eventually like he's like half of a person. And it's fucked up. It's basically like a guy with no skin, all bloody, like half formed on the floor, all fucked up from this guy's blood. And, they come back, and at some point the wife goes up to the attic by herself and sees this just fucking like pile of meat on the floor and is like, what the fuck? And then she starts to freak out, but then old Huel is like, whoa, hold up there, lady. This is me. This is old Huel, your old bang buddy. And old Huel apparently had such a Werther's original dick that this lady just has to hear, oh my God, that's old Huel. Okay, well then I'll hear this pile of bloody meat. I'll hear you out. And so she's like, okay, like her freak out is over. She's like, are you telling me that's old Huel? Like your delicious toffee dick is not gone forever? Like here you are. And he's like, well, as you can see, lady, I'm fucked up here. But the blood helps. The blood helps me get back together. So what I need more blood. So they come up with this plan where the wife needs to go out. She goes out to the bar. She finds some dude to bang. She brings them up to the attic, and then she fucking kills them so that they can spill all their blood on the floor, and old Huel can start getting his shit back together, right? So she keeps going out, picking up a dude. He's all stoked because she's a good looking lady, for the time. And then brings her back, fucking kills him, does that like 8 times. And then finally, like old Huel is like a dude again, except he still has no skin. Apparently this process doesn't work on the skin. And he's wearing like a linen suit. She gets him like a linen suit somewhere. And so he's like a dude with no skin, but a linen suit. And like one of those suits that you'd wear, like if you went to Mexico on vacation and you wanted to look formal. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like they bang. They have a skinless, bloody bang. Cause she's just super into old Huel's dick. Do you know what I mean? Like she got a good dick and she never got over that. And so, but they're like, she rightly says, okay, I'm super happy you're back, old Huel, but like this skinless look, I don't know how I'm into this, right? So then they come up to this plan where they're going to kill old Huel's douchey brother and then skin him and then put his skin on old Huel, and old Huel is just going to pretend to be the brother now. So that's what they do. So then they get the guy, they kill him and they get his skin and they put him on there. And while this is all going on, this subplot of like going to bang and bring back old Huel that's completely separate from like all the Hellraisers and the box and all that shit. And I don't really remember what's going on with all that stuff, even though the film is called Hellraiser. But I always thought, man, this is like an intense open, because this is still only like the first 30 minutes of the movie. And we haven't really even got to like the guys with the fucking pins in his head, the portal to hell and all that shit. But that's a good movie, man. Like, you need to see that. That is top class. It's like as close to just like a full bore, hardcore S&M movie that they got into like a full nationwide release in the theaters without anybody knowing that this is like a full bore leather S&M bloody movie. It's amazing. It's the craziest thing. Oh, are you there, buddy? I feel bad that you've been gone this whole time and I've just been going crazy on Hellraiser. But Hellraiser is an amazing movie. I'm going to Wikipedia this shit and see how close I got it right. So, and in addition to this subplot, old Hugh's douchey brother, he also has like a hot daughter, like a hot college, like high school daughter. And when old Hugh replaces her dad, then old Hugh, who I guess is this girl's uncle, like starts putting the move on his like niece, but she thinks it's his dad. So it's crazy, man. Like, I don't know how you've never seen probably the best movie I've ever seen. I feel like there's a part in Hellraiser where when he's ripping dudes up with hooks, he's either implying or he outright says that at some point Jesus had this box and Jesus was in there getting hell raised. Like, he's in there getting the hooks and getting ripped up and all that whole business. And I feel like he tells a story about how when Jesus was in this thing, like, he was a real pussy about it. Like, he was like, don't rip me to pieces with your hooks. That really sucks. The point of that was, it was a good movie. I'm going to pull up the Hellraiser Wikipedia to see how close I got to the plot. I feel like I was fairly close. There's part of that movie where old Huel, once he puts on that the dude has like a hot daughter, like a hot college daughter.
Yeah.
But then when old Huel is wearing her dad's skin, I feel like he puts the moves on the hot college daughter, even though that's his niece, but she thinks that's her dad.
All right, Huel, I don't want to give the whole movie away for free. All right. So I appreciate your recap there. But about 10 minutes ago, I started to tell a story and I haven't gotten to it yet.
Oh, were you talking about something when I went into Hellraiser? I like really like that movie.
Yeah, I was trying to talk about this. See, and it's funny because one of the things I hate in podcasts is when the host starts to talk about something, but then they go off track for the next 5 or 10 minutes and I have to get out of my car because I'm at work and I can't listen to what the host was saying that I'm really interested in. But I wanted to tell you though. And
but it's good for us because you have a lot of breaks, because I go off track all the time. So okay, a break is coming up. I don't really have to pay attention for the next 5 minutes. Then I'll come back right where we started.
And lucky for us, people actually want to hear what you have to say as opposed to me. So it's not a big deal. It's more of me wanting to get my story out. But
everybody wants to hear what you have to say, buddy.
I do have good news to report. Is that Fit is alive and he seems well. And I saw him this past Saturday.
He doesn't love you anymore, but he's alive.
No, yeah. I mean, he's alive. And that's what I want the audience to know is that, Fit isn't dead. He's alive and, he's doing well. He just
found a new woman and has moved on.
Yeah. He found many new women and moved on.
A younger, handsomer Rem.
Mm-hmm. Much taller. And, it was good. It was good to hold him.
Brazil.
It was good to hold him and to smell him and to talk to him for a few minutes it was nice. All right.
When you saw him, did you like swipe his napkin off the cocktail table and take it home with you so you could have a little bit of his sweaty smell?
No, I'm not creepy. It was weird though because Hot Drummer News Babe threw a surprise birthday party for her husband. And she said that they would be arriving at 8:30 at the bar. And I knew, because the way my day had been going, I wasn't going to get there for 8:30, right? I was going to be, around 8:30 or a little bit after, and I wasn't going to be the person to ruin the surprise. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to show up late at this point, right? So 8:45, I walk in, and I thought I saw Fit's truck outside, Fit and Mrs. Fit. I saw their truck outside. So I parked next to it, and I walked into the bar, and I started looking around. Did you go like
crazy ex-girlfriend and go key his truck? I bet you did afterwards.
Maybe after. But I walked in the bar all by myself, and I'm looking for either Hot Drummer News Babe or Hot Drummer News Babe's husband or Fit or Mrs. Fit, right? And I'm not seeing anybody in the bar. And I'm like, oh, I mean, there's not too many people here. Maybe I just don't see anybody. So I ordered a beer and I walked over towards what looked like the party, and some woman came up to me, and I said, hi. And she said, hey, are you she mentioned Hot Drummer News Babe's husband's last name. So are you a last name? And I said, I am not that, but I know that, and I'm here for his party. Is this the party? And she's like, yeah, but they're not here yet. So they were even more late. So nobody I knew was there. So I'm standing around like a jabroni holding a beer in my hand, not knowing anybody. So I move over to a dark corner of the bar. And what's fun about this place is that, I've played 3 concerts in there. So, I know the place well. But I moved over to the side.
Like a dingy kind of place.
Oh yeah. It's right next to the train station. It's a real fine establishment.
Like the sort of place that you could tell used to be a strip club till the girls got caught like giving hand jobs in the back, and then they lost their strip club license.
No, it was never a strip club. It's a nice little place. I'm speaking, here, but, it's a nice little place. It's not the most fanciest place. It's a rugged place. Rugged. That's the way to put it. They use a wood stove for heat. So, I'm out in the corner, and then I see Fit and Mrs. Fit walk in, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Like, do I go up to them and say hi and be all happy, or do I hang back here and maybe they'll notice me first? I was
lurk and glower.
Yeah. So I was staring at them, and I thought they saw me. So I smiled and waved, but they didn't see me. And then they went to the other end of the party, then came back around, and then we met up.
When that happened, did you have to do that real awkward wave where you like are waving at somebody and then they don't wave at you back? And then you have to like pretend like you're waving at somebody else, or like
you're waving at the person behind them. Yeah. That's exactly what I was doing.
This is so painful. It hurts. This story hurts me. It's just so sad.
Yeah. So, and they came around and we hung out for a little bit, and then Hot Drummer News Babe and her husband showed up, and there was a big surprise, and hey, nice to see you. And then, it was a party, and Mr. Mars, we'll call him Mr. Mars. He got up and he sang a song with the band that was playing up there. And, so that was good. Everybody had fun. It was good to see. It was good to see everybody. It was nice.
Do you think that we should call him Mr. Hot Drummer's News Babe instead of Mr. Mars?
It's a lot of words, but yes, I think we should say that. So Mr. Hot Drummer News Babe.
Mr. Hot Drummer News Babe.
Yeah, he got to sing a song that he always wanted to play when we were in a band together, but it was a little too much bass, and I don't think Fit never really liked the song either, so we never did the song. But it was an Elvis song.
What's the song?
Hunka Burnin' Love by Elvis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was nice. All right, so your 10 minutes on Hellraiser kind of threw off our show here. No offense. Please don't take that the wrong way. But we can go right into, we've got 2 voicemails, we've got a dick of the week, and we do have a porno review.
I wish I could do like a 20-minute podcast called like Huel vaguely remembers movies he saw once, where I try and like approximate the plot of a movie, but inevitably I don't get it quite right. That would be good content. Maybe when we hit our 50-second episode and we're off this goddamn stupid contract with this shitty show, maybe we could go do our own thing, man. We don't need Rich Dickman. Fuck that guy. We'll do 20-minute Huel and Ram try and remember things that they saw 15 years ago.
Well, if he does keep us on, I don't want to say no to that podcast money. So I'm gonna put it right out there is that I'm gonna go Chris Jericho on this bitch and I'm gonna sign. You know what I mean? But
maybe we need to use our leverage, man. Maybe we need to try and get him to sweeten the deal.
Yeah, we'll sweeten the deal and we can add, Huel Remembers Movies as one of our segments.
Or I need like creative control or like, something like that.
Listen, you're the lawyer. Feel free to draw up your proposal. All right. You know me. You know what I want. You know what I want in all this. I just want friends.
I need wine to dine. I need Rich Dickman. We've been doing good. He's going to have to, juice up the pot.
Yeah.
Jizz it up.
Okay. So we have a voicemail from Ray. We're going to play that one last because that kind of leads into a whole discussion that we can have. So we'll start with Dick of the Week. And we have two from Svensson. Svensson's been kicking it with the Dicks of the Weeks. So the first one is that, this one makes me sad. He tweeted this one to us, from Svensson at DanceDJ2K. Also everybody, if you want to make a Dick of the Week like bumper, somebody get a hold of Arcane and get him to make some bumpers for us.
I don't think he will.
No, he
doesn't care. He doesn't care for you.
No. I ruined their lives. All right. A Dick of the Week submission.
In a short amount of time.
Yeah.
I've known you for a while, but I feel like you've lost a lot of friends in the short amount of time.
I've lost a lot of friends and ruined many lives.
I know. Like it's kind of impressive when you think about it.
And you think sitting from afar, oh, this guy, he's not a bad guy. He seems pretty cool. How is he losing so many friends?
I don't know, but you do use it a lot.
Just an asshole. All right. So from Svensson, Dick of the Week submission.
You're still friends.
Well, hey, listen, it's coming, man. All right. After episode 52, we'll see what happens. I don't know. I'm waiting for the hammer to drop. I wait for that text from you every day. All right. Or that email.
Oh, I love you, buddy.
Yeah. A Dick of the Week submission. Standing in line to pay for an item. White lady. Why's it got to be about race, Svensson? White lady in front of me hands over a $20 bill to the cashier. Cashier takes the money, gives change, no problem. I give the cashier a $5 bill. Cashier holds it up to the light, then rubs the counterfeit pen over it. Oh, I get it now. I see why.
So it is about race. That's why you have to put that part in it, because it is about race. He's getting racist. Fuck it. I hate people, man. That sucks, Svensson.
That's fucked up.
You know what you should do, Svensson? You should go back to that store with some gasoline at night and set it on fire.
No.
Burn the whole fucking thing to the ground.
Svensson, just write a firmly worded letter to your local newspaper and use social justice to your advantage in this whole thing. Get people to lose their jobs over it. They'll never do that shit again.
That never works. You need to arson the fuck out of that store. That will never happen again when that store is just a big black pile of smoldering ash and all the cash registers are melted, including that stupid counterfeit bill pen.
I would like to add that this is a satire podcast, and please do not take our advice literally. Thank you.
Absolutely take that advice and burn that fucking place to the ground. That always pisses me off. I feel you, Svensson. I've not been in that exact situation with the $20 bill and the $5 bill. But every time I go to the store and they pull out one of those fucking pens to swipe my $100 bill, because I carry around a lot of hundos, where they hold it up to the fucking light, I'm like, what the fuck do I look like to you, lady? I'm wearing a full suit and a tie, and the tie is tied in a full formal Windsor knot. Do you really think I'm in here in Rite Aid trying to pass $100 counterfeit bills to buy a fucking Gatorade and Pepto-Bismol? Do you think that's what I do? I get real dressed up to come here to go buy my fucking Ben and Jerry's Chunky Monkey and some fucking gummy bears for my kids and start passing funny money? It just makes me mad, irrationally mad.
Svensson, I would ask you in this submission here, what were you wearing? All right. Did you bring this upon yourself by wearing some sort of sideways hat and a hooded sweatshirt and baggy jeans?
Were you dressed like Criss Cross? Is that what you're asking, Spencer?
Yeah. Did you have some sort of do-rag or bandana around your face?
Spencer, you don't have to answer that. That's beyond offensive. Spencer, you go set that place on fire. I think I'm going to go out later and set Rite Aid on fire just for the hell of it, just because you got me all riled up remembering how much I hate that. You know what else I hate? I hate when I go to fucking, whatever it's called, Chipotle, Qdoba, and they're like, what do you want? You want guacamole on your burrito? And like, yeah, I want guacamole on my burrito. That's why I fucking came here. And they're like, oh, that's extra. And I'm like, fuck you, man. I'm wearing a full suit and tie. I don't give a shit if it's extra. Give me 3 scoops of guacamole and charge me 3 times as much. I'm a fucking attorney. I'll have all the goddamn guacamole I want. Don't fucking ask me like, oh, are you going to be okay this month if I put guacamole on your burrito? I don't want you to be able, not be able to pay your electric bill. Fuck you, man. God damn it. That makes me mad.
That's you should go buy like 3 different dinners and then throw them all in the garbage just to show you them that you can.
I want to do that. I want to say, you know what? Yeah. Give me a quart of guacamole. That's all I want. And then I'm going to throw it right on the ground and I'll be like, clean that shit up, monkey. And oh God, it makes me so mad.
Monkey, easy with the language, Svensson, I just want to be clear. My comments earlier were satirizing the white nationalist. All right. As
it wasn't really, you're super racist. You should just accept your super racism, man. You should just own it and say, you know what? This is who I am. Yeah. I'm super racist.
Racism is fucking
cool,
stupid.
Man.
Racism is for stupid people. There we go. All right.
I've been your friend for like a decade. You've been racist the whole time, and I'm still here, man. I'm not gonna leave you.
All right. Here, let me play this. Okay. Svensson also submitted this in audio form. Let's see how long this is. Actually, I think this might be long. This better be good, Svensson. Otherwise, I'm gonna swipe the counterfeit pen over it.
Hey guys, how you doing? This is more of a rant than it is, but it also could possibly be a Dick of the Week submission to a random guy on Twitter. So here's the story. I'm on Twitter, and I'm talking to Hayapeisha Lee.
Oh,
yes, the name may sound familiar. Yes, it's exactly who you're thinking of. A random person on Twitter asked her how her band was going, and she had said that she missed touring, and she hasn't toured in a while, and she has some new ideas for some new music that she would like to do, but she hasn't really gone out much, and she's lost contact with a lot of people that she used to do music and stuff with. So this guy had asked her about, when, we could expect something new, and he tells her that she should go out and get a home studio and do some recording and stuff like that. Hayapeisha says, yeah, I bought a home studio and I have it set up, and I'm the only one, doing things right now. So I jump in the conversation and I'm like, hey, if you need a producer, a sound recorder, an engineer, any musicians or something like that, this is a good place to make connections and network and find out people, that you connect with. I said if she needed a DJ or someone who knew sound, that, she could contact me. Then all of a sudden, some random hard up 80-year-old dick jumps in and says, whoa, this guy sounds like a total creeper. I'd be careful of him. And I'm like, what? And she's like, yeah, he might be starting to mansplain something to me. And so I'm sitting here and I'm trying to figure out what the hell I did wrong. So I wrote back to her and I'm like, hey, no, it's nothing like that. It's like, you said that you were recording and you needed people to help out. I'm willing to help. If I can't help, I know I have connections to people who could help. And it would just be easy. It's as simple as that. People, it's weird. But anyway, I'm kind of about, the guy decided to put on his armor, his shield, and his sword and jump in and try to protect her from big bad old me. Seriously? That's just way ultra creepy. First of all, why does he feel she needs protection on social media? And second of all, how's he not smart enough to follow the conversation? I don't know. Anyway, I just probably needed to get that off my chest, guys. Hope you have a good one. Take care.
Svensson, I love you so much. Huel,
that was a good story.
Yeah. I did not listen to that before the show. All right. And I just happened because of the last thing I read from Svensson was a tweet. So I was going through Svensson's tweets to find what he wrote And I was going to play that. And while I was going through Svensson's tweets, I actually found this whole exchange. All right. So it starts with like, Hypatia complaining about something. And then Svensson says, this is what Svensson says. Come on. There are plenty of ways to network with people in the music industry. What do you need? A recording engineer, a DJ? And then she replied, she quote tweeted him. This fucking bitch quote tweeted him. I really don't need anything. I record all my own stuff. I do my own mixing. I do my own composition of music. I have a keyboard that makes all kinds of sounds, and I have acoustic instruments as well. So thank you, but I really don't know what I would need. And then this motherfucker that Svensson's complaining about, at Douglas_De Niro, retired tool and die maker.
By name, I like that.
Fuck this guy. Retired tool and die maker who fears what Trader Trump and the GOP swampers are going to do next to screw us over. Hashtag the resistance. Must get U.S. back from GOP. Read just like the quotation there. So, I mean, this is one of your people, Svensson, but, Douglas here says, getting a weird vibe from that guy, hun. And then Svensson replied, funny, I have that same weird vibe. I was only saying if she wanted to expand and collaborate with other people, she could. And then this idiot backtracks. Nothing against you. Yours was innocent enough. I just have a handle on how Hypatia thinks and how this other guy weirded me out. So this fucking asshole, he's calling Svensson weird. But this is the guy who calls a retired porn star and someone he never met before, hun, and then has a handle on how this woman thinks. What a piece of shit.
I love this story from start to finish. This is
awesome.
Fantastic.
And this actually fits perfectly. Svensson, thank you for bringing that in. I'm glad I played it this week, because I wanted to rant, on some stuff here. And this all kind of fits in. So I'm going to play Ray's voicemail now. And then we can go from there, Hewley, okay?
Are you doing the rant or is this like the preamble to the rant?
This is a preamble. We'll get there. All right.
Hey, it's Ray here. Hey, just wanted to give you the topic for discussion, possibly. Yeah, this week I got my first known block on Twitter, and so I was kind of curious if you guys have had any experiences. Basically what happened for me is the person replied to a couple of my tweets and then blocked me, which I thought was interesting that they wanted to kind of discuss it, but maybe not have a two-way conversation. But I was wondering if you guys have had anything like that. I felt like it was kind of doing me a favor since I didn't really like their tweets. But I was just curious if you guys have had any situations like that, that might be interesting, or perhaps, if there's a few people that you have enjoyed blocking or anything along those lines. Twitter's terrible, so, whatever. Anyway, have a good one. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks, Ray. Yes, Twitter is terrible. I've had conversations with several people this week about how terrible Twitter is, Hot Drummer Newsbabe being one of them. And, Twitter is the worst thing to ever happen to people, Huel. It's just, like, Ray got blocked for probably, he didn't specify what tweets he had, but somebody didn't like what he had to say, and instead of having a discussion with him, they blocked him. They got their point across and blocked him, which I guess is fine. It's your right to do so. You want to block people, block them. That's what it's there for. It's just funny that you would engage somebody and then block them. Seems kind of cowardish.
I feel like you get blocked by a lot of people because you got on like a list of people somehow that I feel like Will Wheaton tweeted out, and he was like, these are all the people who are assholes on Twitter that I blocked. And I feel like you were on that list. And I feel like lots of random people blocked you just because he tweeted out, these people are assholes, and you were on that list. Am I remembering that right?
Yeah, kind of. Because Will Wheaton used a bot that would block people who followed certain accounts, and I happen to follow certain accounts that he wanted to block from. Racist accounts. Yeah, sure. I've never engaged with Will Wheaton before. I don't know who he is aside from the asshole on Star Trek. And I haven't even watched that show. I have no idea who the fucking guy is. All I know is that one day I was blocked
Crusher,
by,
man. He's
what's that?
Wesley Crusher on Star Trek.
Sure. I don't care if that's,
he's the kid. So on the Star Trek with the bald guy what the fuck is his name?
Jean-Luc Picard.
Whatever his name is. The bald guy that plays that guy.
Sir Patrick Stewart.
He had a bang piece on the Enterprise. I can't remember her name, but like he had I feel like she was the doctor was his bang piece.
Marina Sirtis.
I don't know who it is, but
it's funny how we know this.
The bang piece is Wesley is her kid.
Yeah.
So he's like banging like the single mom on the ship.
So he's banging Wesley's mom.
Yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. Fuck Will Wheaton. Will Wheaton's a piece of shit anyway, so fuck Will Wheaton, so I don't care. But here, when Triple T, the whole thing went down, this isn't me talking about Triple T. This is me talking about the aftermath. And I started going off on Twitter into my little spazzy state. I started getting blocked by all the people who used to write me and tell me how great I was. I got blocked by people I did shows with on the Storm Ride.
You got blocked by a lot of people.
I got blocked by a lot of people and muted by many more. All right. Which is fine. It's their prerogative, and it's not much you can do about that. It's just funny in certain cases where they feel like they have to get the last word in. Like if they don't like you so much, they can just block you and move on. But then they're like, "Oh, you're a piece of shit, and I can't believe you turned this way." Block, and then you block, and I was like, "Oh, that kind of sucks because now I can't get my licks in either." but the mute feature is good.
The only person that I'm aware of that has me blocked is some dude that you talk to. And every once in a while, you like retweet this dude and I'll be like, huh? And I'll go and I'll click on it, or you like be in a conversation with him, right? And then I'll click on it and then it's like, oh, you can't see this guy's tweets. And then I remember that he has me blocked and I'm like, and then I get pissed off all over again. And I'm like, who are you, dude? I can't remember his name.
Oh man, I was going to ask you who it was.
His picture is a bear.
Oh, is it Big Bear Butt?
I don't know, but maybe that dude, let me see. I'll tell you right now.
That guy may have blocked Chris OC too, which is funny. Like that dude, he wrote a World of Warcraft blog for a little while, and I followed him for some reason at some point.
What'd you say? Big Bear?
Big Bear Butt? Is that what it is?
Let me see.
So, and it's funny because, and then, I get blocked by people who,
yeah, it's that fucking guy has me blocked.
That was my first immediate thought for some reason. I don't know why.
What did I do to that guy? Why does he block? Here's what I don't understand. I could understand if you blocked Chris OC. Like that adds up to me. And I could understand if you blocked old Huel. I say some crazy shit on Twitter sometimes. I'm not the most, genteel guy. So I could understand that. But you would think that if you're the sort of guy that would block Chris OC and block old Huel, that you would sure as hell block Rem.
Right.
So that's what really pisses me off is that how come I'm blocked and you're not? You would think if anything, like if somebody had blocked you and didn't block me, though, that makes perfect sense because I'm just the sweetest pumpkin pie. I don't understand it. I don't get it.
It comes down to politics. My politics more align with what he believes than with what you believe.
I don't really even talk about politics on Twitter.
I know.
Mostly I just talk about
and you can't talk politics on Twitter anymore. It's like 2 years ago. All right. Do you remember that Charlottesville thing where the white supremacists had a rally, but then the communists had a rally too? And then the dude drove his car into a crowd of people and killed a girl. Do you remember that?
Was it communist? Was it a communist rally?
Well, listen.
I do remember that. I'm not sure I remember that in exactly the same way.
It was a dual rally.
About,
You had the alt-right and you had Antifa, and they were rallying against each other. All right. And the Antifas are communists.
Know if it was the alt-right and Antifa, it might have been super racist people and people being like, hey, that's not cool. Don't be racist.
Well, no. So hold on, Huel. There's a difference between saying, hey, that's not cool. Don't be racist. And then hitting people in the face with bike locks. All right. It's a big difference.
I would hit
there.
people in the face with a bike lock.
Okay. Well, at least
if somebody came up, if there was a whole group of people out in my yard or wherever, like marching through the park being like, fuck wetbacks, I would hit as many goddamn people with a bike lock. I don't even have a bike, but I would go to the Target and I would go to the sporting goods department and I would find the first dude I saw wearing a red shirt and khaki pants. And I was like, hey, sir, nice to meet you. My name's Old Huel. Let me tell you something. I'm in the market for a bike lock. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't have a bike, so I'm not very experienced in this sort of thing. But here's what I'm looking for. I would like a bike lock that fits like securely in the palm of my hand and maybe has some heft to it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like made out of like, quality materials. I don't want any like plastic or aluminum or anything like that. Do you think you have something like that, Mr. Khaki Target Man? And he'd take me over to the bike locks and he'd be like, here, try to put this in your hand. Just check it out. And I'm like, I don't know. Like this doesn't really fit in my hand that well. Yeah. And then he'd give another one and I'd be like, this doesn't really have like the heft I'm feeling for. And then I'd be like, okay, wait a minute. I got something you're really going to like. And maybe he goes into the back, right? And he brings out something like, we don't put this out every day, but I can tell you.
You just fucking get a knife and be done with it, man. I mean, Jesus, it's like the racist has already left the town by the time you're done with this.
I'll find somebody to hit with a bike lock. I'm just not worried about that. But, he'll bring it out from the back in like a nice like velvet box and he'll open it up and be like, I think this is something you're really going to like. And I'll be like, bingo, bango, man. That's it. I knew that you appreciated a guy of high breeding and fine taste like me. And then I would be so happy, Rem. Hey, Rem, can I tell you a quick secret?
Yeah.
Not to derail your super racist story. I totally on accident picked up my vape pen about 30 minutes ago, maybe when I was telling the Hellraiser story. And I've just been taking like what I would describe as like thoughtful puffs. You know what I mean? Like I haven't been sitting here taking big old lungfuls and trying to get super high.
Don't take any offense to this, but I thought you were super high from when you first called in. So don't worry about it. I've been putting the tip of the vape pen in my mouth, just kind of resting on my bottom lip. Like I'm Sherlock Holmes, just taking a thoughtful puff here and there. Just, what do you think, Watson? And I'm trying to solve the big mystery, the mystery of the purloined. All right. Package. So Huel, let me just finish this story and tell you that's like,
but what I'm saying is that I might not have a lot of minutes left in me, but I might have been taking too many Sherlock Holmes puffs.
We're getting there.
More than I anticipated.
When this whole Charlottesville thing went down, all right, Chris OC was texting me about it.
About your racist story?
Yes, we're talking about my racism, yes. And Chris was going on about how all the Nazis there are terrible. And I just happened to say, well, Chris, in addition to the Nazis, there were also the people on the other side who were involved in this too. There was violence on both sides. And that's it. I was just making the observation. I'm not agreeing with one side or the other. I'm saying
I know what observation you were trying to make, buddy.
There was two sides and they were both behaving stupidly.
Fine people on both sides. I understand. I know that.
At that point, Chris OC decided I was a Nazi and we didn't talk for 2 days. And I'm like, holy shit, what the fuck just happened? Like, I was just saying there's another side to the story here. That's like where the climate that we're in now is that we can't even talk to each other about this stuff. We're just going to go hit people with the bike locks because we don't like what they have to say. You show me where Martin Luther King Jr. said, hit the white people with the bike blocks because they're being racist. I mean, that's not,
you know what I love
not the message.
Is when racists start quoting Martin Luther King Jr.
I know, it's the worst. It's the worst. Good thing.
It's the best. I love
it's a good thing I didn't quote Martin Luther King.
Hour-long YouTube video of racist quoting Martin Luther King Jr.
I'm not quoting anybody. I'm saying violence isn't the answer on either side. Okay. We can have discussions.
It's okay to
like
say,
people.
It's okay for there to be a situation where one side is just wrong. Like that happens sometimes. It's okay. It's okay. That's 100% okay.
Listen,
there's not always like, another perspective. It's okay. It's okay to say.
Of course. It's okay.
You shouldn't hate black people for that.
Oh, you're killing me. You can't get high when we have these conversations. You can't get high for this. It's not fair because it's okay for one side to be wrong. It's not okay to violently act out against that side. All right. That's not what we do as Americans.
How wrong they are. Sometimes you absolutely should. Like when you eat a billionaire's baby.
My message is we should talk more. Instead of being violent.
The only avenue for change is eating Jeff Bezos's baby.
Yeah, violence should be saved for when it's actually needed, and not when some punk ass like 16-year-old is being a dickhead. Just ignore him. Just ignore him and he goes away. Because violence just makes it worse. Violence makes it worse.
16-year-old.
Because guess what?
I learned about this. I think on Primitive Skills.
Yeah.
I feel like this is where I learned this. So I learned that bamboo goes grows like crazy. Like once you,
Yeah.
like if you put bamboo in your yard, like it's fucking done. Like next thing
It's gonna take over your yard.
forest of bamboo. And you like can't stop bamboo from growing. And I read that in the olden days, like in the primitive life, probably where they do this is like for torture, they would plant some bamboo and then they would tie a dude down over the bamboo and then he would just leave him there. And eventually the bamboo would just keep growing. It doesn't give a shit if there's a dude on top of it. It would just grow through the dude eventually. Can you believe that?
Yeah, no, I believe it. It's been, I hate that my message I hate that my message of peace and understanding and talking to each other is me being a racist. I hate that. That's what's fucked up about our society right now.
Racist. You're super racist.
Me saying we should put down the rocks, we should put down the bike locks, we should put down the guns, we should sit down, we should talk. We should talk and understand each other. That makes me a racist.
Here's the thing though. You like to because like Twitter, it shows you like tweets that people have liked now. And you like to like a lot of tweets of like black people behaving badly. I've noticed that that's a particular genre that you enjoy on Twitter.
No, it's not. It is not.
I see a lot of tweets where it says, "Oh, Rem Dickman liked this black guy being a jerk," and you're like, "Yeah, fuck those guys."
Oh, see, that totally misrepresents my character. 100%. That is not true. I like tweets pointing out stupidity. So if a black person, a white person, an Asian person, a Mexican person is acting stupid,
I've never seen you like a tweet of a white guy acting stupid. I've never seen that. I've never seen you like a tweet like that. I've seen you like tweets about black people and Mexicans and gay people and all kinds of people acting stupid. Liberals, you like to pwn the libs. But I've never seen you like a tweet of like a white racist guy acting stupid. I don't
even try to pwn libs anymore. It's not worth it. Nobody wants to have it. There's no discussion to be had with anybody.
You don't pwn libs because you want to have like listeners for the podcast and you don't want everybody to mute you and block you.
No, fuck that. If I wanted to offend people, I would. But it doesn't do anybody any good.
People pwning libs.
Me telling you it's. So like it doesn't nobody any good going over my political views with anybody because it just leads to arguments, not discussion. Nobody wants to understand. Nobody wants to understand.
Not an argument, buddy. I love you. I love you regardless of whether you're racist or not, buddy, because I think you're a sweetie pie. Like that's not like a criteria of you being my friend. Like I grew up on the carnival. You know what I mean? Like I've been around like dudes from like the South.
Hold on.
So,
that's my whole point.
The way it is.
That's my whole point is like, I love you regardless of your politics, regardless of what you believe, right? And is what I'm trying to say is Chris OC didn't talk to me for 2 days simply because I said there's another side to the story.
But Chris OC is a man of high
principle. I understand.
He drives bright line. He's a man of higher principle than old Huel.
But he's not the only one in this world. You try to have discussions with anybody, you're bound to offend somebody and you're bound to lose friends over it now. And it's ridiculous that we're at that. My whole thing is it's ridiculous we're at that point in our society. We should be evolved. We should be putting people on the moon and living there. We should have flying cars, but instead we're worried about, saying the mean words that make me feel bad and misgendering somebody,
I've been hitting this Sherlock Holmes vape way too much. It's a good thing that we're only doing an hour today.
Yeah,
I have 3 puffs from lying on the floor.
Let's go into the porn
review. It was a total accident. Like I just slipped it and fell in my mouth. I don't even know how it got there.
It's an accident. Like my friend picked up his vape pen and got it all over his teeth. So yeah.
I posted that on that Reddit. So I took a screenshot of your text and I posted it on the Reddit. There's like a marijuana Reddit called All the Trees.
You didn't use my name, did you?
No, I took out the name and your phone number and all that stuff. I just took the part where we were talking about that. And it was funny because a lot of the comments on that post were about like, I think it's so cool that you told your buddy that you loved him and he told you that he loved you. And I was like, man, this is great. Stoners are awesome. I love that they focused on the best part of that story. And I was like, I do love my buddy Ram. He's the best.
Oh, you're the best. All right, let's do the porno review. You ready?
Oh, are we still going? Let's go.
Yeah, we're still going. All right. All right. Kindness porn reviewers. This past week, we had a company party at the Porno Man headquarters, during which I may have consumed a few too many wine coolers. While attempting to recover. While attempting to recover from the massive hangover the next day, it was discovered that my phone had been appropriated by some colleagues and used to film some pornographic content. Check out the video. Let me know if you think there's some sort of refining to this genre that perhaps I could implement. Sincerely in love, Mr. Porno Man. All right, so first thing about this video, Huel, it's shot in portrait mode. So these fuckers were like fucking drunk and then fucking ruined the whole video by shooting portrait mode. So
Mr. Porno Man, the bad one, it's up and down style.
Up and down, yeah. Don't shoot in portrait mode. But all right, you ready? Here we go. I think you're gonna like this one.
Please, I will have sex with you so many times, and I will lick your nuts.
Bro, should I make this girl get naked right now?
Please.
$200.
All right, so it's a drunk girl on a stairwell with like one of those tube tops, and it's falling down, and she's begging these guys to have sex with them. You can hear this, right?
You don't see too many tube tops around anymore. Like
No.
around.
It's a red tube top, and it's like falling down. It's like we got boobs hanging out. So let's continue.
Okay, please, I've never had sex with a black guy. I literally want to have sex with you so bad.
Who, Rose?
I will lick your...
She literally wants to have sex with him so bad. And then the dude says, who, Rose?
What about him?
Oh my gosh, bro, this go wild.
What about him? What about him?
I've never had sex with you.
You never had sex with none of us, girl. We don't even know you.
$200 and we'll negotiate.
Hey, 300.
350 to me because I'm the pimp. You know what I'm saying?
Dude who looks like Tupac just hop on the camera. And these guys are saying they would have sex with her, but somebody's got to pay them money. So they're being very respectful to this drunk young woman, who is very drunk, by the way. And these gentlemen are not jumping on that, hoe anytime soon. Like they know she's drunk.
You should leverage because, it's rare that you're like, everybody wants you. Like
Yeah.
you have to, it doesn't matter whether you're at a bar with some drunk lady or at your job. Like at your job, if everybody needs old Ram at the job, you need to leverage that for a couple more dollars.
Yeah. There's a couple more seconds here.
50 to me, and then 200 to me.
Hey,
Yeah, she already know
let
who
me
it
just
is.
like hook up with your girlfriend.
Nigga, I'll drive for a whip.
Okay. So she's so drunk and so desperate for sex. Like she'll hook up with somebody's girlfriend first. And she's willing to pay these men money to have sex with her because she's never had sex with a black guy. So, Mr. Porno Man, I think you've discovered a hidden genre of porn that you should exploit. And, actually make sure you get consent forms signed, beforehand. You don't want this coming back on you negatively.
You know what? We should make a porn and then give it to Mr. Porno Man to distribute. See if he's interested in that. Like do
like a Rem Dickman, Huel Dickman porno? Like what are you talking about here?
Well, not necessarily like us banging each other, but I suppose we could like Eiffel Tower some broad. Or I mean, we don't even need to be in the porno. It'd just be something we made. Like we're me and you. We're more you. You're a creator. Do you know
Like
what I
ketchup
mean?
and mayonnaise. Remember ketchup and mayonnaise?
Yeah, just like ketchup and mayonnaise, I guess. Like a Big Mac secret sauce. Is that what the ketchup and mayonnaise? I don't know. But and then he can distribute it. Like we should, what I'm saying is that we should take a connection that we formed and try and see if we can collaborate and do something bigger than the three of us.
Are you going to remember any of this tomorrow?
I'll remember all of it. It's all on the recording.
Okay, good. All right. So yeah, listen, I'm all down for making a porn. Like, I did want to
maybe it's a loving, one of those loving honeymoon videos of you and Mrs. Ram.
No. She's a classy woman and she stays out of
those are classy. Those are the classiest porns when they have they're like a soft focus and the bed and the walls are all white. Yeah. And there's a lot of that.
Classy porn doesn't make money. It's got to be full on first person Gonzo VR. Speaking of PlayStation VR.
Oh, did I tell you? I saw on my PlayStation VR porno VR stream that big lady that you've always sending me videos of, and you fucked up my Pornhub recommendations.
Wait, hold on.
That big ass broad is.
She's
on in one of those things. It's like 3D virtual reality. Her big oily butt in my face.
Is it Elkie the Stallion or Amber DeLuca? Because Amber DeLuca's a muscle chick.
It's the ocean lady.
Elkie. Oh, Alita Ocean.
Yeah, that one. That's the one.
Okay.
The big butt one,
got,
not the muscle lady, the big butt one.
It's a big fake butt. Like that's a fake butt. It's a fake butt. Like she has butt implants.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of getting,
she's on that stream banging virtual me.
Speaking of getting blocked on Twitter, I once tweeted, Jules Jade and asked her because her ass got like massively bigger overnight. And I said, hey, did you get butt implants? And then she blocked me. That was on my, my secret porn account.
That's mean when people block you, buddy. That makes me sad when you tell me about people blocking you.
It is mean. You shouldn't block people. Actually, you should. You should block as many people as you can because your Twitter is garbage and you need to curate that feed, mute people. Hey, here's the thing. I've had somebody muted for the longest time and then they decided to tweet a reference to a conversation I had with them the other day. So I blocked that person and then unblocked that person, causing a force unfollow. Do you know what a force unfollow is? That's when you block somebody.
What does that mean?
You block them. And when you block them, that causes them to unfollow you. And then you unblock them. So you don't have the blocking, it doesn't say that you have this member blocked anymore and they can't tell. All of a sudden, they're not following you anymore. You're not following them. They don't get to see any of your tweets until they realize that they're not following you. And they're like, oh, well, I'm not following you anymore. I don't know what happened. So, fucking bitch, you unfollowed me. So fuck you. I take that shit personally.
You sounded like a computer hacker just now.
Did I?
Yeah, when you're explaining all that, it was like super impressive.
I learned that technique from somebody that you still interact with who now has me blocked or who force unfollowed me.
Who forced followed you?
This was, what the fuck is her name?
Can you just say it and then?
No, yeah, I am. The crazy California. What the hell's her name?
It's a crazy
Lilu.
Lilu. I like her. She's all right. So you force unfollowed her or she force unfollowed you?
She forced and followed me. Like when the whole triple T thing went down, she was on my side. Like fuck those people, a bunch of assholes, right? And then we got along for a little bit. And then like the 2016 election came around and I didn't necessarily agree with everything that she was saying. So I said something to the contrary and then I was force unblocked, force unfollowed.
Man, I'm going to force unfollow some people tonight. I'm going to figure that out.
Mm-hmm. I would encourage everybody to block the people that you don't want to hear from, and to mute everybody else. And listen, create your own echo chamber. Fuck it. We're already lost as a society.
Here's what I don't understand when people are like complaining about their like stuff they see on Twitter and their timeline. Yeah. Like I must like not be a close reader because here I'm going through my timeline right now. And when I see something that I'm not interested in, I read like the first 2 words and then I like move on.
And then you move on.
Here's like an ad for Marvel Studios. I just scroll by. I don't even.
You don't take personal offense to it.
This way. And I always see a tweet. Okay, interesting. See, I read the whole thing. I was
bleep that. Jesus Christ!
I always keep track of that. Did you see she got like corporate sponsorship with that cockamamie plan?
Oh my God! Any type of validation that she gets is just the worst. It's just the worst. I wish this company. I hope this company deals with her more.
She felt so good. I bet you felt real good.
Fucking idiot.
Oh man.
I hope she interacts. I hope learns about who she really is real quick.
I
keep losing followers.
Good for her.
Right?
She's probably happy. What the hell? Oh my God. You know what somebody just posted at the top of my timeline?
What?
Fucking French toast. That's why I come on Twitter, man. A nice full colored pictures of delicious French toast. Man, I would suck a dick for some French toast right now. That was that gal. She probably has you blocked now too. That 2020 gal.
No, I unfollowed that one a long time ago.
Didn't she used to do a show for you?
2020 site?
I thought she did like a book show or something. Maybe
no,
it's somebody else.
Rayanne did the book show. This one was just she was a Triple T listener. And then when I left Triple T and I went, I started I wasn't the old Rem everybody was used to. Everybody. I had a falling out with everybody. Fuck everybody.
I just liked her picture of this delicious French toast. Like I said,
I've lost 6 followers this week, man.
But that was a good picture of French toast. When you lost 6 followers just now?
No, over the last week, I've lost 6 followers.
I used to have this app that would or not an app. It's a website. It's called Crowdfire, and it would tell you like who unfollowed you and who followed you, and like who. Like if I put in your name, it could say, "Oh, Rem follows this guy. Maybe you should check him out," and stuff like that. But then it's like broken now. I just tried to log on to it and it says it's all fucked up. So I guess I'll never know who unfollows me now.
Hey, do you know how to make phone calls in Google Voice?
Let me see.
All right. Anyways, okay. All right. Huel, we're gonna welcome in my cousin, the Italian Stallion.
Do you follow? Oh yeah, he's coming in right now.
He's walking down the stairs.
Virtual reality.
Do I follow who?
Dave Meltzer, the wrestling guy.
Yes.
He's a good follow because sometimes he like deep dives on like wrestling history, like posts an article or something. I'll be like, oh, that's cool, man.
Yeah. I'm slowly making my Twitter like all wrestling, and that's it. That's it. Because wrestling, as fake as it is more real than the world we live in.
Man, you got in a real bitter mood, buddy. I'm sorry. I didn't make you in a bad mood.
Fuck everything.
I can tell when bitter Rem is coming out. Have you been drinking this whole time? You've been all whiskey drunk? Yeah. Here comes bitter whiskey Rem.
And my friend may be trying to unclog his vape pen too. So, yeah.
I told you can't unclog it. You just got to buy a new one.
You know what I like? I like the people on Twitter who have to tell you everything they fucking did. All right. You know this person. This is a person who was looking at you for legal advice at one point, but this guy like got into a car accident. And so in tweeting that he got into a car accident, made sure my passenger was safe and okay. Then I got out, like tweeted every fucking thing, but had to include that he made sure his passenger was safe. Like, Jesus, like you changing the world on your fucking tweets? Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares that you got into a car accident, you stupid motherfucker?
Which guy is that? Can you just block out his name too? You're going to have to do a lot of beeps. I guess you're going to have to tell me if it's too much. That was I don't know who you're talking about. Who is that? I don't know who that is.
You told a story about him on the show, and I bleeped out his name a bunch of times because he was asking you for like law advice.
Lots of people. You'd be surprised how many people ask me for law advice.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all because you put it out there, bro. You put it out there with your phone number and everything. It doesn't surprise me at all because we got a bunch of fucking losers who are looking for friends and looking for legal advice thinking they can get shit for free. You got to pay Huel Hauser at least $300 an hour if you want to retain him as a lawyer. Okay, assholes. You can't just direct message him asking him for advice on how to fucking get a visa into another country or how to cover up the murder.
Can you believe I cost that much? I don't know if I told you I recently raised my rates, but that's my billing rate is actually $400 an hour now. If you want to talk to me for an hour, it costs $400.
Like I worked out my hourly salary, right? Because I just got my raise and it's like, you know what? It's not enough. I'm worth way more than that shit. I'm worth way more than that. You probably
are, man. Like I said, you got to leverage your talents.
Yeah, I'm gonna do some leveraging. You
need to get out of government work and get like a job with like FedEx or something. Is that it? Does that happen? Is that like a lateral? Cause I would assume like there's some similar.
No. FedEx. You gotta
management structure or like concepts involved in. What's that?
You got to go to Amazon. That's where you want to go now.
Why don't you do that, man? You should do that. They just build an Amazon out here. You ought to fucking move out here to their new Amazon thing they build out here and do your thing, man.
It's kind of like weighing my options. Like, do I want to join Amazon now or do I want to be part of Amazon when they acquire the my company, you know?
No, you want to be in Amazon when they acquire other things because you get stock options. And then when they acquire something, they fucking shoot up in the air. So you need to be pre-acquisition, not post-acquisition. If you want to make some money.
It is something I've been looking at. It is something.
You do it 100%, man. You deserve it. You deserve to make some money.
But listen, I might get me too, dude. Listen, you don't understand. It's like
loyalty to anybody. Like the fucking office doesn't give a shit about you.
See, I have to believe that.
Whoever, if somebody pays you a nickel more, you go to that other person.
I have to keep my anonymity here because if somebody doesn't like something I said, if somebody doesn't like my message of peace, love, and happiness and fucking get along, like I will lose my job because of it in any company I go to because that's where we're at in society, right?
Well, then what difference does it make if you're working at one company and making less and working at a different company and making more? If you're going to get fired either way, you might as well work at the different company making more and get fired from there
No,
and
that's
at
true.
least have made some more money in the interim than at the other company. Do you know what I mean? If you're going to get fired either way, like if you're not working for a company that doesn't give a shit, you just need to take the money, man, and buy your kids and your wife some nice stuff.
This has been one drunk guy and one super high dude talking about shit for an hour. So we'll be back in a few minutes with my cousin, the Italian Stallion.
Oh, do you know what's crazy?
Here. What's that?
This gal, the nerdy vixen, just posted a picture of a cat that looks exactly like my fucking cat. If it wasn't like in a place that is clearly not in my house, I would be like, this bitch is in my house right now. She broke into my house and took a picture of a little cookie cat.
I didn't know you had a cat. What kind of cat?
Oh, he's a big boy. He's a
What's
big
his name?
shaggy.
What's his name?
His name's Cookie Cat.
Cookie Cat?
Yeah.
I have a Gilbert, I have a Lila, and I have a Pumpkin.
Oh, my ex-girlfriend's name was Lila.
Oh, yeah? With the Australian chick?
No, the one that I got impregnated outside of the bounds of our relationship this last one.
Abortion?
No, I knocked up the baby mama while I was with Lila. And that kind of put a drag on the relationship.
Oh, I got you. Poor Lila. All right, man. All right.
Oh, yeah. Well, Lila deserved better than that. But anyway, I'm looking at a picture of my cat, Cookie Cat, right now, and it's blowing my mind.
All right. So we'll be back in a minute here with my cousin, the Italian Stallion, and we'll have some more fun.
Oh, Buzz Aldrin just posted a picture of a monkey in like a helmet, like driving a forklift. That's cool. See, Twitter is better if you only look at the pictures, man. Like I don't read most of the words, but the pictures sometimes are cool. There's a guy with his beard. I don't know him, but he's probably cool.
We should do a show on beards one day. All right.
This guy posted a picture from the guy from the movie Real Genius, which is a good movie. So that's cool.
Disneyland shuts down Space Mountain after visitor jumps off mid-ride. Mm-hmm. You fucking asshole. You should have. I hope you got what was coming to you. All right, Hewley just came down the steps here, and I hope you sobered up after being super duper high just a minute ago. Are you okay?
It's magic. It's magic how I got better.
Yeah, you sound worse though, which is weird. Like you sounded good last night and you were high as shit, and now you sound terrible. Are you sick again?
Well, no, the weed relaxes my vocal cords and make them all loosey-goosey.
Oh, okay. All right. Very good. All right. So, hey, I got the Italian Stallion here. He's here. He came down to the basement. Italian Stallion.
What's up?
We're going to call you Stallion from now. We heard you for 15 minutes last week we were at the game dinner.
Man,
and here you are on a proper microphone.
Yeah.
How you doing? You look handsome.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I tell you, Run. Yo, what's going on, dude?
Stallion, man, I'm stoked to have you on the show, dude. This is going to be a good one.
Man. Yeah, man. Finally good to hear from you, man. You know, being on this show, hearing, I don't know if you heard or how much you heard about last week's game dinner that my cousin and I went to, but it was pretty much a disappointment. It was great. I mean, you get to the club, you see a lot of fine chicks, everything's great. You're buying drinks, you're dancing with them. Then all of a sudden you come back to reality and
Rem's there.
You're looking at them and no, they're about 70 years old. You went to a retirement party.
Yeah.
That's how bad the food was, man. It's like everything was great. And then they introduced us to tripe.
Oh man, that's rough, man.
This is rough. This is like I just gave you a spoonful of great pasta. Dave gave you a nice chicken cutlet, and then the stupid idiot had to throw a freaking porta potty on your plate, dude. I mean, it was like, I don't know, man. It was just
Stallion. I don't know if you know this.
Who drug you guys to this thing? Like, whose dumb idea was it?
Our fathers, man.
Yeah, our fathers. We go every year. We've been doing this for maybe 10 or 12 years now, Yuli. And
has it been better before?
Oh yeah. It changes. See, we were just upstairs talking to my wife, and the tripe. As a Mexican, Huel, have you had tripe before?
Oh yeah, man. They make menudo out of it.
Menudo, like the band that Ricky Martin was in.
It tastes good, but it stinks so bad when they're cooking it. You gotta leave the house for a week. Like your grandma cooks it, and you can't go around your grandma's house for a week. But when you come back a week later and she cooks all that stink out. It's pretty good after that, but it's hard to make.
See, the Italian people go crazy over tripe, right? And so as we were talking about on the show last week, is they will literally
For some tripe.
Our fathers go there specifically for the tripe. Like they can't fucking get tripe anywhere else, you know?
It's a fucking contest.
Yeah.
Yo, this shit's a contest. We got the lower end of it. Basically, the cow was about to shit, then bam, shot up.
Yeah.
Dead in the kitchen.
Well, see, that's the thing. When you're eating like organs and all that shit that you're not supposed to be eating, like that's how you know if the guy that's making it knows what the fuck he's doing. Cause like, yeah, that's gotta take some skill to be able to choke that shit down. And you know, if somebody can make like,
and I say these people bluntly are pouring freaking Parmigiano 4C Parmigiano cheese on this motherfucker.
What the hell?
They're trying to turn this into an actual freaking recipe, like having bowls of this damn tripe, dude. I thought when I was a kid, I thought tripe was a fish, and I never really could tell the smell. I just never paid attention to it. I was just here, you know, about this tripe. And then the older we got, I tried it once and I liked it because they do put
they put potatoes and tomatoes.
Sauce to it. They do dress it up nice, make it better than what it is. But let me tell you, if you caught a salmon from the river, whatever, chopped it up right there and fed it to me, I'd eat that right there and then raw, as opposed to this shit. This is bad. I mean, then they wonder why their asses get sick. It's like.
So what did your dads think about it? Did it like meet with their expectations, or they didn't like it either?
So they were looking like when I rode in with Frank's dad and my dad, and all they could talk about was like, oh man, we can't wait to get the tripe. That's all we want. All we want is the tripe, right? So they ate it, and they ate like a bowl and a half or 2 bowls. They ate a lot. And then my father looks at me and he goes, you know, it wasn't that good.
No. You want to know what I honestly think? I honestly think that they look at us and they're saying, this is why the American kids, they on the drugs these days. You know, because we have an opinion to shit. See, literally, when you're eating shit, you're going to hear some shit from the Stallion.
Yeah.
You're going to hear the truth.
Stallion's shit.
I'm sorry, I got to get deep on this shit because it literally was shit on a plate. You want to know something? If 2 strippers walked in that day or that night at this game dinner and threw some game on the table, no attention would have been paid because tripe would have been the shit.
They would have wanted that shit in the tripe.
They would have wanted that shit. That's bad.
You know, it's funny about the game dinner is like it's run by it's a men's hunting club, right?
Yeah.
You know how we still have men's clubs these days. I don't know. Where's the women, right?
Exactly.
But they got smart a couple of years ago. They're like, hey, we have this raffle, but we can't sell no fucking raffle tickets. So what do? They bring in these young ladies to come in and walk the floor. Frank, excuse me, it's Stallion. You know this. You've seen them. These young ladies walk the floor and they're selling raffle tickets to all these old Italian men, right? So I went on a whole thing. I was talking to a guy at work. I'm like, yo, this is what these guys do. They're crazy, but they got smart. They brought in all these young ladies to sell these tickets. So I'm sitting there with Stallion last week and I'm looking around. I'm waiting for the young ladies to show up. I'm like, come on, where are the young ladies? I like to look at the young ladies. There are no young ladies this year. Yeah, there's no young ladies this year. So they didn't sell any goddamn raffle tickets. They had
it's Red Rum this year. Listen, Colorado. Listen, I know people that live out west. And I visited freaking, what do you call that place? The movie The Shining? I visited
Estes Park, man.
Let me tell you something. They had twin chicks serving the meal. And all I kept thinking was Red Rum. Red Rum, because we're eating shit. It's shit.
How come it was so shitty this year? Did they like mess up, they switch who was in charge?
They picked the wrong waitresses to beat. They picked the wrong. I mean,
they didn't clean it.
One of them looked like a chick I used to date, which was freaking scary.
Well, our waitresses were twins, right?
And then they were. That's right. They were twins.
Yeah, they're twins.
And I kept thinking Red Rum. Like Frankie's gonna freaking get killed by an Uber driver tonight. Like this is not good. The wine's bad. My cousin has to tell my little cousin over here has to tell me exactly what wine I need to drink. Like, Frank, get it together, Frank. He had to slap me in my freaking face to get over the fact that I just poured some shit on my plate.
All right.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
You're going to be blipping a lot of shit out. But
it's perfect, man. You just go.
I'm thinking Jack Nicholson shit freezing in this freaking vortex we got going on with shit and tripe and vortex shit. But you know what?
We see, Stallion, we have a classy audience here, right? And so, 8.5 minutes of shit talk. It's going to turn a lot of them off. So I'm going to change the topic.
Man, this is perfect, man. Don't listen to your cousin, man. This is like, you're fitting right in here. This is perfect.
You know what you guys do? Hugh, Huel and Rem, this is what you guys do. You guys take you take this, like, what's that country singer name? The hot one with the blonde.
Dolly Parton?
Not that. No, that's the old one. That's
the one who does the Sunday Night Football?
No, the one that did the American Idol type shit.
Carrie Underwood.
You take this like Carrie Underwood. Take the wheel. Take the wheel, Rem. Take the wheel and run with it. By the way, this show tonight is sponsored in half by my dick. And I just want to let you know that it's covered up right now. It's inside my pants with some compression pants.
Thank God.
It's the vortex. So remember, when the vortex comes, hide your shit in some compression pants.
Huel, how do you deal with shrinkage during the polar vortex?
Dude, that's serious, man. Like, I'm outside of the polar vortex, but it's cold as shit out here. You gotta get, like, I run a lot. You gotta get, like, special kind of shorts that's got, like, an extra, they call it, like, a windshield on your junk. So cause you get, like, frostbite on the tip, man, if you ain't careful.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta, like, cover that shit up, man.
Yeah, you're right. No,
Stallion, do you still run, or are you just wrestling dudes?
No, basically, let's see, at 42 years old, it's more like...
God, you're the same age as Huel.
Yeah, man. Huel, how's it feel to be 42, buddy?
Like shit every day, man. Every day I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna die soon, man.
Like our mind says yes, but the body says no. Like I feel like right now, if you threw a beat at me, I could just like spit some old school lyrics. My mind says yes, but my body says no. That's what you feel.
Oh.
Yeah.
Laying it down.
But you know what I'm
saying?
saying?
Till the end there.
I mean, why do I laugh like Burt Reynolds? But anyway, listen. God rest in peace, man. I remember being a kid watching Caddyshack. I love
Burt Reynolds died?
Man. Yeah, especially in that Dirk Diggler movie. It was a great in that.
No, he was good in Striptease with Demi Moore. How hot was Demi Moore in that movie, though?
Yeah, Demi Moore was hot in that
God
movie.
damn. Hey, Huel, I don't know if you've ever talked with a real celebrity before, but I don't know if you know this. The Italian Stallion has been on TV. There was a show.
Nice,
yeah, there was a show a few years ago called Tap Out. You know the clothing line Tap Out?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, a lot of the wrestlers wear that stuff now. All right, well, these guys, they had a show. Mask, who's dead now, rest in peace. And then some two other jabronis who are kind of assholes, right? Right, Stallion? The other dudes are assholes. Anyways.
Kind of. I mean, Mask was cool as hell, man.
Yeah.
The other two dudes didn't give a shit.
So Tap Out was a show where they featured like a fighter, and they would follow him through his training and then through his fight, right? And Stallion here, he happened to be the opponent on one of these episodes. They gave him 2 weeks notice. They're like, yo, Stallion, listen, we got this TV show we're doing, and the other jabroni that we were going to fight, he backed out. So we need you to step up. So my man, he went on TV, on national TV, Hewley, and he got tapped out. He got tapped out.
I almost knocked him out.
Did you get a good check for that one, man? I bet you. I bet they paid pretty good.
It wasn't the best check. But I tell you, I got some good, God, what's the word I'm trying to say? I got, Dana White remembered me, from that, taking that fight on 2 weeks notice. I got a really nice uppercut off, on him. Stood toe to toe with him pretty good. Got the crowd
You got
going.
some good exposure. You got a good rub from it. Yeah.
It was right in front of, Dana White. And, I remember about a couple months later, I tried out up in Boston for the lightweight show for the Spike TV show for the Ultimate Fighter.
No, Ultimate Fighter, yeah.
And when they called my name, Dana White called me up to the table and says, are you the
Italian Stallion?
Are you the Stallion? I don't want to say my name, but that took a 2 weeks notice fight against, my fighter then, Dan Lozan, and props to him and his brother. Those two are just amazing. I mean, I really do have so much respect for him and his brother because they're studs out here in New England. And I said, yeah, I was the one that took the fight. And he's like, nice to meet you, man. And I made it to the second round of the tryouts, but I didn't make it to the third. And a friend of mine did at the time. And but it was good. It's been a blessing. I mean,
now you've trained with the likes of what the hell was this guy's name? Not Couture, the other one. Yeah, it's Couture, right?
Couture, yeah.
Couture and Stephen Bonner. No, the other asshole. Forrest Griffin, right?
Yeah, Forrest. Yeah. Forrest. Johnny Hendricks. All those guys, man.
Yeah.
Kendall Grove.
See, Huel, I know famous people.
Players,
I'm related to
went
one.
out there. These guys were Phil Baroni, these guys, man, to train with these guys and stand next to them.
Stallion, when you were training in Vegas,
yeah,
there's a lot of adult film stars out in Vegas.
Yeah.
Did you ever happen to run into one at a strip club or who came to train with you guys? Or
I wasn't that lucky.
Like y'all gangbanged one?
Nah.
No? All right.
No.
Huel.
No. You see, I had a problem then.
Yeah.
I was focusing on just one thing.
Fighting.
Yeah.
Not your dick.
And you know what? It's one of those things where, my transition from when I started in about 2007, well, I ended my pro fight career ended, my record was 6-4. And when I started to seek out better training partners, that did nothing but create great things for myself. I mean, for my fighting, for my, for exposure, for instance, the way I always wanted to fight, I got there because I trained with a lot of different people and a lot of different sparring partners, but I didn't take advantage of that nightlife, that going out, meeting people like that, meeting, connections, and yes, porn stars, which I missed out on. And, you know what? Guess what? Not for nothing, but a lot of, now that I still compete in jiu-jitsu tournaments, and I've been doing great at that. I'm 2 stripes away from getting my black belt. And it's been nothing but my cousin right here, Rem, will tell you, yo, man, it's been the greatest thing that ever happened to me, besides my.
I was going to ask if you were still involved in it. You like coach or anything? I heard you do the tournaments.
Yeah, I won 2 weeks ago at Mohegan. You can find that on fight.tv. As a matter of fact, Hugh, I'm going to send you that link. I tapped the dude out in 55 seconds by toe lock.
He used the ankle lock. He was like Kurt Angle.
I'd like to check that out, man. Definitely give that to your cousin.
Let's get it to me. I'm just mad
That's
because
cool. I'd like to look at that.
Right, this dude wrote me a rap song with some nice old school beat, and I gave the CD to the DJ. He didn't freaking play it, man. That pissed me off, man.
See, Huel, next time, Stallion here is fighting. We need, I know you got a bunch of kids, right? And I know all your disposable income has gone to your daycare, but you need to come out, bro, and you need to be part of the entourage, right? We'll podcast before the fight and after, and we'll walk with Stallion out to the cage, like, a bunch of big shots. We'll dress nice, put some suits on, like gentlemen, and we'll be part of the entourage.
We'll figure that out, man. That'll be a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the third time that I fought in front of over 4,000 people. And
was there really that many people there?
Yeah, it was
no shit.
A 5-minute grappling match, and if you don't tap the dude out, it's a draw. So
it's a draw. You don't want to draw because draw is like losing.
Yeah, last year I fought a black belt, 13 years younger than me, who fought on Bellator. He tapped me out with 2 seconds left.
2 seconds left, Huel. I'm sitting there in the audience with my dad. Right? We're watching a Stallion grapple this dude, right? And at 10 seconds, they hit like a little piece of wood to let you know there's 10 seconds left, right? So we're like, all right, Stallion.
Shit was tight.
He's gonna get to a draw.
Choke.
And then at 2 seconds left, my man's tapping out. It's like, oh no.
Man, there was no choke. I was going to sleep. And then in May, I went up against another black belt who was my age, but then I find out the day of the match that the dude this kid had
steroids
restrictions. He didn't want no leg locks, no toe locks, no ankle locks,
fucking
no foot
pussy.
locks. And I went up to the dude and I said, dude, but you're the black belt. I was just a 1-stripe brown belt at the time. So I literally smashed him. I almost put him in submission twice, but the fight ended up in a draw. I get it. And then this past month, I ended up going up against another brown belt, a good friend of mine. We used to be sparring partners, actually. We haven't trained in years. And he wanted to grapple against me, and I did. And I actually went out there with a hurt MCL, but I still pulled it off.
Humble
man,
brag. Look at this guy.
55 seconds. And I've been lucky with the coach that I have. I mean, I've never have had so many victories with this coach and this team that I have. I mean, my teammates, they're younger than me. A lot of them are my age, but they tear me up. They get me ready.
Yeah.
For these matches. And
see, Hewley, if you still had Facebook, you could like the Jitsu Academy on Facebook, and you could watch. But you don't have Facebook anymore, and God bless you, sir, for that.
You got Instagram?
Yeah, I got Instagram, man. Give your cousin the link. He'll text it to me. I'll check that out.
Yeah, man, definitely.
All right. So, Huel, I reached out to Twitter today after our discussion earlier today. Oh man, playing with time. It's fun. And ask for if anybody had any questions. And, I know your buddy Joma, big fan of the show, was very interested in the Italian Stallion coming on the show. Interested, in fact, to where on our Discord, hold on, I gotta pull that up because I don't want to get this wrong. But on our Discord, Jomo is really looking forward to the Stallion coming on. He sent in some questions I'm gonna ask. All right. But, he's like, so this is from our Discord, and the Discord, if you're looking for the link, you can ask us for it, or, Randy has the link on it. But, is the Italian Stallion going to be on the show this week? He sounds like the type of guy that would help me steal copper wire if I fell on hard times. Would you help him steal copper wire, Stallion?
Most definitely.
Okay.
Joma's a good dude. If you met Joma, you would say, absolutely, I would help you steal copper wire, buddy. You're my brother. He's one of the most solid dudes I ever met. He's a good guy.
Joma also wrote in the Discord, there's a 75% chance the Italian Stallion has the Hatchet Man tattoo. I don't know what that is, Yul. What is that? The Hatchet Man tattoo.
The Hatchet Man tattoo.
Oh, the little guy with the axe. It's a juggalo thing. You guys have juggalos out there? Is that a thing?
Is that Insane Clown Posse thing?
Yeah.
No, we've effectively banned and erased that from our lives.
Banned all those guys? Yeah.
All right.
They have that all over in Texas, man. They have not banned those guys in Texas.
They haven't.
That's where Joma's from, man. Down in Texas, it's all loosey-goosey down there.
Yeah, we need more Joma.
I love it.
Joma sent some questions in through the email, richdickmanshow@gmail.com. And if you want to send us a voicemail, you guys, 860-316-4776. All right. Hey guys.
Send it.
Joma the Elder here. Just wanted to ask some quick questions for the Italian Stallion since he'll be guesting the show. Number one, what's your favorite Faygo flavor?
What is a Faygo?
Huel, you're gonna have to help me out. What is Faygo?
Soda. Do you guys have those sodas out there? It's kind of like that fucking Fanta stuff where they got. It's all like
most definitely. Oh, here we go. Grape. Grape. Yeah,
it's grape. It's grape. Okay.
Basically.
What's yours, Huel? Is it pineapple?
No, I'm an orange guy. I'm an orange Fanta. Orange. Yeah, man.
Yeah, if they don't got grape, I'm going orange.
All right, number two. Yeah. Rem mentioned you were an MMA guy. Who was your favorite Pride FC fighter back in the day?
Oh, you're hitting the best. Pride was the old Pride was the best. But he was more of I actually met him. I got a nice 8x10 picture with him too. I love that picture. Vanderlei Silva, more of an entertainer than a actual true fighter. But I would say first would have to go to Shogun Rua. And
is he Japanese?
No. Shogun's a Brazilian.
Oh.
I forget first name. He's got a twin brother too. Shogun Rua. And then my second would have to go to Vanderlei Silva. And my third would be Dan Henderson from the good old USA. But then, Dan knocked out Vanderlei. Vanderlei being more of an entertainer where I do like that old wrestling. I would have to say Dan. So I would say Shogun.
You just asked for
Dan,
one Stallion,
Henderson,
Jesus.
And then Vanderlei Silva. There we go.
Were you?
Man, Joma could go on a deep dive with you on that shit, man. He's a big fan.
He loves it. He could tell. Hey, Pride. If you're asking questions about Pride, then you know your shit.
Yeah.
Because Pride. Honestly, I watched more Pride than Pride at one point was more talked about than the UFC. UFC was working.
Is Pride out of business now?
And now, obviously, they're.
Now it's like Bellator and UFC, right?
UFC now is the shit.
Yeah.
UFC's done.
All right.
They've done nothing but right.
Third question. MMA question. How ubiquitous is the use of steroids in HGH? And a follow-up. Shouldn't the use of performance-enhancing drugs just be legal since everyone uses anyways? I say yes. Everything should be legal.
Nowadays, I remember back in the day when we were all of us guys, up here in the tri-state area, in the New England area, we were taking fights on a month notice against dudes that were like I would be 150, a dude would be 170. I remember a dude coming up to me saying, Frank, I'm telling you, man, these guys look ripped. They're taking shit. You should take shit because then again, it won't be cheating. But you want to know something? I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I'm 42. I'm going to be a 72-year-old man, hopefully one day. And I want to tell my kids that I lost for real and I won for real. And obviously that is the truth. Up to this point, that is the truth.
That's the realest motherfucker I know.
I'm going to tell you straight up. I lost for real, and I won for real. And the thing is, I've never used shit. I regretted the days I drank milk because damn did I blow that shit up. I told whoever owned that house, one time I blew that shit up. But the thing is that this HGH shit that I hear about, whatever can heal you quick, like joints, and you want to be older and you want to compete without giving you that extra edge, I'm sorry, but if you got to take shit, like if I took some drug right now and I go out there and I beat Rem, who's 22 years old, and
I'm not 22.
What I'm saying is, if you were, like a great, one of the best grapplers in the world.
Goddamn right I am.
I hate it. I gotta be honest with you. I gotta wake up the next day after that, and that would kill me.
Yo,
I just think that would kill me.
Do you think if I got some mats, you would come over more? We could like wrestle in the basement.
But see, here's the problem.
Yeah.
It would be like humping sounds. I'd be humping your leg, dude.
Yeah.
Hugh, I'll be humping your leg. I'll be doing that shit on purpose.
Put you
in a mount position, start humping your leg.
I feel like that because I feel like you guys would be downstairs doing your thing, and Rem's poor wife would walk down the stairs and be like, "God damn it! Is this what we do now? Is this my husband? Is this where we're at?"
Stallion and I used to like wrestle like on Christmas Day.
Always.
Like I'd come over even into my 20s and 30s. Like we would just start wrestling. Just like, oh, let's move the furniture. Let's go at it. And then as he got better at it and as he became a professional and shit, like he really started to kick my ass, which was unfair. But when we used to pretend wrestle because Stallion has two other brothers, and we would Stallion and I would be Demolition. Right? We'd come down, we'd be Axe and Smash Demolition, and his two jabroni brothers would be a bunch of bitches. I don't know what team they would be, the Heart Foundation or some shit. I don't know. And we would whoop that ass, like right in the living room in front of everybody.
Well, that's cool, man. So you guys like grew up together. Like you guys have been like living in the same area for a long time.
We couldn't wait. We would spend all of Christmas Eve while the adults were just drinking, smoking, playing cards, farting. We'd be wrestling.
We'd be wrestling, playing Nintendo.
Our own Gene Okerlund.
Yeah.
We'd have our own Hulk Hogan. Like we'd literally like press play on the tape player to
Entrance music.
Warriors, entrance music.
That was your man. It was Warrior. Do you remember watching WrestleMania 6 in my house?
I remember that.
And I was the only Hulk Hogan guy, and you and your bitch ass brothers were like Ultimate Warrior.
And let me tell you, it hurt him to see Hogan lose.
Oh, it was terrible. That was horrible.
It hurt me years later. To see Hogan lose. But I love the Warrior. He was just the Warrior and Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
I love Ricky the Dragon Steamboat.
Man,
that
dude.
All right, Huel.
Good times.
Let's see. I got two more. Oh, can you ask him to say car keys? What? And tell me if this meme is correct. Ask him, what do you use to turn on your vehicle? Then burst out laughing and says, what do you use to turn on your vehicle?
What do I use?
What do you put in the ignition to turn on your vehicle?
My keys.
Yeah. Your what kind of keys?
My car keys.
Okay. That's what's burst out laughing.
My car keys. Yeah.
Joe, he's not from Boston.
I'm not from Boston. No, Boston. See, Boston. Boston is Boston.
Yeah.
Boston.
All right, Hewley.
I got a cold.
Before
Boston.
I got some ideas brewing in my head, but before I do that, do you have like any questions for Stallion that you want to ask that maybe he would know about me or about the Stallion or about beating people up or like whatever? Like go for it, man. This is the floor is yours, bro.
Stallion, tell me, man. This is what I really want to know because obviously you've known Rem his whole life. Like, how did you guys get to be in the same family? And you're so cool, and then you got this fucking guy with the same blood in your brains. Because I know Rem tells me all the time what a big disappointment he is to his dad.
No.
Maybe it's the comparison between you and him. That's why old Papa Rem, man, he's got to shake his head.
It's crazy. It's crazy. No, Hugh, that's like a great question. See, it's crazy because you see, his dad is known as one of the greatest Masons to ever leave Melilli, Sicily, and come to Middletown and do his thing. I think it's more like, see, when I would consider it like me being the older brother and then there's Dave, but see, Dave and me have done probably the same shit in our single lives and we still to this day have not opened up together about it. You know, it's like one of those things where like I could not see I'm sorry, Rem. I could see Rem for like, I probably won't see him for 4 years. And then I was just saying this tonight. We see each other tomorrow. We won't skip a beat, you know? And,
So he's getting toward the question he's trying to ask you is why I'm such a disappointment to my father.
You're not a disappointment. He's not a disappointment.
So
you know what? Here's the deal. You want to know the truth?
Absolutely, man.
If both my brothers and Rem over here took up jiu-jitsu, they would have been nasty. Even if Rem started today taking jiu-jitsu, it might take him a couple, even at his age. I just think that because we had this beginning, we had this like WWF, we wanted to be wrestlers, we wanted to be actors, we wanted to be famous, but we wanted to be together. But because of that, I think that if they did this along with me, they would have been good. Let me tell you, I have had over 20 amateur and pro fights. I was scared in every single one of them. Every fighter would tell you the same line. They'll tell you the same story. One will probably try to tell you cooler than the other. Every fighter will talk shit about the other fighter. But the truth is that at the end of the day, we're all fighters. You know, when you don't give a shit about getting knocked out in front of people, in front of thousands of people, you're a true fighter. When you can openly admit shit, you're a true fighter. Like, I'm that dude that I can't argue politics. I never was good at it. I can't argue social norms and social shit that a lot of people do. I like fighting. I've always liked competing in that sense. One thing my cousin over here, Rem, and my brothers were good at, they were good at competition. They just never challenged themselves. And like a lot of people, you know, you got some of your most great brainiacs that are out there fighting in the UFC. And they probably never knew they would be a fighter one day. You know, you just, in life, you got to give yourself a shot. And everything.
You hear that, Huel?
You want to be the best porn star? You got to give yourself a shot.
You get it in the dick.
You'd be good at that, Ram.
Yeah.
Well, and you guys come from a tough family, because from what, like, Rem tells me, old Papa Rem, he doesn't sound like he'd have any problem laying the boots to the guy if he needed to do that.
Let me tell you something. When does the Rem, help me out here.
Yeah.
Huel, help me out here too. When does the audition start there, where we start acting like, we start improv?
Oh, you want to do some improv?
Oh man, this is going to be good.
All right. What's your scene?
No, we're going to throw the question we're going to throw this straight out the West Coast. We're going to throw this question right out. Ready? Here comes the ball. Throwing it out there to the West Coast. We're going to give the topic to Huel.
Huel, all right. Because I've prepped Italian Stallion here on. We may do some role
whatever
play.
He wants us to do.
And
I want to pick the scene there. Okay, this is good. I like this. All right.
Now hold on, Huel. I need to know who's playing Papa Rem. Is it you or Stallion? Because Stallion can do Papa Rem. He can do Auntie Rem. He can do Uncle Rem.
Whatever you want.
He can do Nonna Rem or Nunu Rem. That's Grandma and Grandpa.
Huel, not to interrupt, but real quick, what nationality are you besides
He's fucking Mexican, dude.
Mexican, yeah.
My boy out there, he's Mexican.
Is he? All right, man. Yeah.
He's half Apache and New Mexican.
There's a lot of Mexicans out here. Like, this is Mexican country.
Man.
Yeah.
He's a successful Mexican defense attorney.
You're an attorney?
Yeah.
I do like criminal defense. You kill a guy. I'm the guy to come talk to you.
My man's going to be doing.
We need to talk after the show. I got to get your number.
Yeah, he's need some contract advice for some nude pictures he's doing. All right, so go ahead. So I need to know who's playing who and what the scene is.
Okay, well here's the scene, because Rem told me this story about, I can't remember if it was Christmas or Thanksgiving, where Rem's dad put the fucking police tape around his car so you fuckers wouldn't mess with it.
His birthday.
Is that what it was? Birthday?
Yeah.
Was that you? Was that you, Stallion? Was that you with him?
So basically what happened was I went to this,
well, hold on. Let's see what the scene is. We can act this one out. All right. So, go. All right. No,
so, I want to hear it. Let Stallion tell the story.
Okay. All right.
I want to hear his version.
All right. So basically we went to the mall. I had my wife, had my 2 daughters with me.
This is my father's 70th birthday party.
Yeah.
Okay.
And of course I'm thinking, like, who's going to be at this party? You know, if there are any old school Sicilian people there, oh shit, I gotta watch out. But see, then there's Stallion. If you're throwing a party, you're throwing a party. I don't care how old you are. I don't care who you think you are. It's a party, you know, especially if it's like, yo, if it was your 40th party or something like that, we're going to throw a party. If it was Ram's 40th, we're going to throw a party. So I go to the bad store. I go to the store out here at the mall.
The VIP, the very intimate pleasures.
Yeah, and I end up buying a blow-up doll.
A midget blow-up doll.
A midget blow-up doll. Let me tell you something. The cover did not look like the doll. I mean, I was actually pretty pissed off about that. I mean, you know, you gotta kind of like, you know, me, I played myself in this one. I paid $20 for this doll and it looked nothing like the doll. And, not to mention that I was about a 50 proof customer walking into the store. I buy this doll for $20 and as we're getting in the car, I got my father-in-law, my mother-in-law in the back seat and my daughters are in the back seat. And they're watching their cartoons, whatever they're watching. My wife is driving and I'm blowing up this doll with my mouth. And my wife ends up bringing this contraption, look like a mini compressor or some shit. Cause we're thinking it would be the size of a midget, but no, it was the size of my freaking arm. So it had 3 orifices in it. And yeah, as my cousin plays it, I'm blowing this doll up and this lady at a red light next to me is staring at me. So I put the face of the freaking doll right up against the window as I'm blowing this doll up. And she's looking at me like she's just had a freaking panic attack. You know, and we get to the house. He's got yellow tape, like as if the police blocked off his car. This man's got tile floor underneath this
checkered black and white
tile floor. Yeah. So he's playing checkmate with the number 24 on this car. So now he's looking inside this car with his drink and who the put this thing in my car? Who the put this thing in my car? Who the put this thing in my car? And needless to say, I'm looking at your father's pants right now. It looks like he's got a freaking hard on right there.
Easy.
Dude, he's got a look on his face right now. He's looking like, oh shit, this thing must have 3 holes. Oh man, I wonder if it's got pure oxygen in this thing, if they use the compressor. That's what he's thinking right now. So, as he looks at this, he opens the door again, and he realizes that it's not a midget. It's a blow-up doll. And it's like a cross between being happy and sad at the same time. Like I wanted to tell him, nah, it's not the same chick as the one in the box. It's just
take it out. What is it?
See, check it out. What is it? And he goes, it looked like a woman. It looked like a woman, a loser.
Jeez, I got a bald
spot. And then Rem opens up the car. And I don't know why I said go get the wax. I don't know why the wax is needed. Probably to clean the car. And then here he is. Here's Rem showing his blow-up doll with blonde hair. And he's saying, get out of there. He's yelling at the blow-up doll. He's talking to the blow-up doll to get out of there. And then he makes sure the tape is still in format. Like the tape is still
it's cuidado, cuidado piso mojado. That's what it's caution tape, you know.
Cuidado.
He's got it over.
Cuidado, hombre.
So you can't get to his FRS.
Simon, ese.
All right, so is that the scene, Yule? Like, what are we doing here?
So here's what I need, man, because like I've had a chance to talk to Rem's mom, who's like the nicest lady in the world, an awesome lady. Like she's come on the show.
Right there. That's my baby. I love that woman. That's my baby right there.
Yeah,
that's
but
my go-to.
I've only got to hear like stories about the dad, so I need you to really like give it to me. So here's what I want to do. Here's the scene, so I can get like so your dad can get fleshed out for me in my head a little bit. I want you guys. So Stallion, I want you to be Rem's dad. Rem, you're gonna be Rem. I'm gonna step out of this one because I need some like information. This is for my benefit here. And I know.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I know that from what Rem has told me that Rem's dad loves his car more than he loves Rem, which is fine. There's stuff I love more than I love my kids. You know what I mean? Like I don't judge the guy. He works hard. He's got a nice car. I want to do like a Ferris Bueller thing where Rem gets it in his head that he's gonna go take the car out while his dad's gone. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna go for a little jump.
Ferris Bueller Day Off.
Yeah. So he does that. He does that thing, fucks up the FRS, Papa Rim comes home. That's the scene. I want to know how that goes.
Shit.
All right.
Okay. Here we go. Rem, start.
Dad, listen, I got to tell you something about the car.
I don't know what the hell this guy say on this TV. I don't know what he's saying.
Hey, listen.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to be honest.
I'm sorry.
All right. I know you weren't home today. I took the car out. All right. And I wanted to take my lady out for a good time.
What?
What do you mean? What? Stop fucking watching the NASCAR race.
What's it doing? I'm trying to watch my show.
Your FRS.
And it's not even a commercial break. And you're talking to me. And you want to know why I get mad.
Listen, I smashed the mirror on your FRS, Pop. I smashed the mirror on your FRS. I'm sorry.
Is the car okay?
I mean, most of the car is okay, but the mirror isn't okay. And there's a little bit of scratch on the passenger door.
I don't give a shit about you. I don't know if the car's okay.
No, the car is not okay. There's some damage. The guy, I was racing a guy on the Berlin Turnpike, and listen, you can be disappointed in me. I swerved to the right. All right.
I don't believe this.
Wait,
You want to know something?
Look, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to have like a moment here.
I'm going to make a wall. I'm going to build a wall. It's
a wall in the garage.
Under the checkerboard tile.
Oh, you told me I could take the car out. You told me to take.
I'm gonna have the freaking drone. It's gonna fly the driveway.
I need the number for Allstate. I gotta call the insurance.
All the state they're not gonna support you.
No, not all the state.
Stupid the move you
no,
do.
Allstate, your insurance company. I need the number.
What insurance?
What do you mean, what insurance? Ma,
the police are gonna come.
No, the police already came. I'm at fault.
This is the state of Connecticut. What state are you from? You do mess in my car.
You need insurance on your car. You use an insurance company called Allstate.
This is shit. It's a commercial break and I.
All right, go.
He probably
Hold on.
the car.
Come look. Maybe your guy Lino can do the body work. We can get out of this pretty cheap, okay?
Lino gonna laugh and Lino gonna do the jack off in my car.
No, he's not gonna jack off in your car, Bob.
Okay,
what the fuck are you talking about?
He's gonna jack off in my car.
Hold on.
And by do that, he's telling me how stupid I am.
Aspetta minuto. Look at the mirror, okay? It's not that bad, all right? The mirror. Okay, just please don't hit me again, okay?
Okay.
All right.
I didn't hit you.
All right, you see, so.
I hit this, I hit
I didn't accuse you of anything. I just asked.
Do I hit the people that make it the wall?
You hit the people that make the wall, not your son.
This guy, okay, but you hit my car, and then you want me to go to all state. I can go all the state. They'll talk about why you hit my car.
Shut up in your face.
I all the state. That's a 50. It's a 50 state.
You need to understand. Your mirror is off of the car.
You know, I'm mad. You take my car. I don't even take your mother
Dad,
the car.
I know, because she can't get out of it. That's why you don't take her.
What's the fridge?
I just need you to look at the damage on the car. The mirror is hanging off here.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
I gotta go have a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go speak to your uncle.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask your uncle why it be $50,000 for a stupid car that lives in the driveway, and I buy a car that I gotta put on top of the tile, and you gotta go fuck it up in all the state. Every single state that
okay, all right. I don't care. I don't care that my uncle bought himself a $50,000 Audi. Okay, that's not my problem. Listen, I need to show you the damage here in the mirror. All right, the mirror is hanging off, and there's scratches on the side of the door.
It's fine. The mirror's fine.
It's fine. Okay, all right. No, that's cool.
I'm gonna ask you one thing.
Yes, sir.
Did the police see?
They didn't see. They can't.
Now you're gonna go to jail.
No, I'm not going to go to jail.
Now. Everybody gotta know that you went all state and you breaking my car all state.
Whoa. I'm not going to jail, Pop. I'm not going to jail. Hold on.
You joke.
Hold on.
Well, you joke.
No.
It's a joke.
No, what? I'm drunk?
You joke.
A joke.
Because if you're drunk and you joke,
your fucking mirror's broken, Pop. I'm just
trying. All right. Insurance.
No, it's okay. It's cool. I'm just going to go home now. All right. Thank you for letting me borrow your car, Pop. Thank you. I'll talk to you, Sunday.
You gotta take the car, go to the
No, I don't need your car.
Take the car.
I don't need a car anymore.
But you just bring it back for tank of gas.
A tank of gas?
Like the NASCAR, like a Jeff Gordon.
No.
They do it 3 times around the track.
Well, let me tell you something about Jeff Gordon. You don't drive that car hard enough to make it worth your while. So I'm glad I did.
If I drive that car hard enough,
Yeah.
the people be jealous.
They'd be jealous.
Be really jealous.
All right.
Ever go
The big fucking eagle on the front of that car.
Who use the language with the car? Only Jeff Gordon uses the language with that car.
I'm sorry. You're right.
Jeff Gordon could break that car in all of the state. Where are you?
Okay. All right. Me. Jesus Christ.
I gotta watch it. They're not gonna be back at Daytona 500 till next year.
All right. How's that, Huel? Is that all right? That's exactly how that would go.
Oh man, I had to turn off my fucking microphone because I was laughing too hard. I had to just fucking unplug the goddamn thing. That was gold. That was solid gold, man. That could not have gone better. That was fucking fantastic.
Do you have another one? We got a few more minutes left here. You got another one?
You should just stop me and you talking and just play that fucking part on a loop for every single episode. Play that on a loop 4 or 5 times. And we'll be the most goddamn popular fucking radio show out there.
Listen, you came up with a good topic. We delivered, and we hope we delivered. But you know what, though? Let me tell you, man,
fucking delivered.
If you met this man. Have you met this man? Have you met my uncle?
No.
No, I haven't had a chance to meet him. I brought him some. I came out to visit him. I didn't get a chance to meet his family, but I brought your uncle some booze out from Colorado.
Nice.
You brought him some chili wine made with chili peppers.
No shit.
It's actually still at the bar. But if you go there next time, I'll show you. And I don't know if you remember at my dad's bar, there's a cow hoof.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hewley got that. Hewley got that for him. Yep.
Oh shit, God, that's nice, man.
Let me tell
you, you gotta see his bar. He hooked his own bar up. I mean, literally, if I opened up a restaurant, I wanted somebody to build a bar for me. The contract would go to him and him alone.
Well, that's what I told him. He needs to sweet talk his dad and do like a father-son project in your basement and make a bar down there, man. It looked good.
We're gonna now that the old man is retired. Hey, let's do that. You're Papa Rem. You're retired, and I'm asking you to do some work in my basement.
Okay.
All right, Hewley, do you want to be a part of this?
No, you guys are solid gold, man. I'm just gonna get the fuck out of the way. I like this.
All right. Hey, Pop, let me talk to you for a minute.
Okay. I spent the wait. I gotta go talk to my son. Play cards. I'm gonna go talk to my son. You guys shit anyway. Okay.
All right. So I've been. He's rubbing my back. My basement.
I'm gonna grab his ass.
My basement needs finished. All right. I got this podcast I do with my buddy Huel Hauser. He lives in Colorado, and Huel Hauser.
Yugu.
No, not Yugu. Huel Hauser. Huel Hauser, yeah.
It sounded like a real estate.
Sure, he's a real estate. We do a podcast in the basement of my house.
Podcast?
Yeah, it's like a radio show.
Is this you do the masturbation in your basement?
No.
Is this the stuff I gotta talk about? I don't want to talk about
No.
Come on, please don't be like my nephew. Does the
I spet the Papa Rem, I spet.
Okay.
I talk a masturbation with my mother. I don't talk a masturbation with you. Podcast. It's like a radio show. Like I sit here. You know that desk I have with the microphone?
My son, you play music.
Yeah, I play music, yeah.
On the radio, the people here.
Yeah. Okay. I need a studio. I need to build some walls and get some heat in here because it's cold.
What do you want from me?
What do you mean I want for you? You're retired now.
Yeah. I don't do no shit no more.
No.
When do you need this done by?
I need within the month if we can do it.
A month?
Yeah.
I got a lot of work.
But here's the thing.
I got a lot of work.
I don't have any money.
I gotta go do stuff for your uncle who needs a 2-job done. Who doesn't get his lazy ass? When do you need this done?
By the end of the month. But my uncle has 3 sons who could do the job for him. I need you in my house.
They don't call me. They don't even look at me. They don't want to talk to me.
What do you mean?
But I love them. Yeah. And I saw one last week at the Big Lots.
Big Lots?
Big Lots.
What were you doing at Big Lots?
I gotta buy the milk.
The milk at Big Lots?
It's cheaper here. The milk is cheaper. The milk is the same everywhere.
Oh.
It's the same as fucking a cow.
Before you got retired, my mom used to buy the milk. Why are you buying milk now? What are you, some sort of pussy?
Puss. The cat.
No. No, the vagina. Are you some sort of vagina?
Don't talk like that.
Oh, sorry.
That's it. No, we don't talk. No, you can't say that word. No, you came, the angels, they came and they put you on the earth. That's how you came here. We don't talk a puss. Pussy's the cat.
Pussy's the cat.
Pussy's the cat. But let me tell you, one time I had a vagina. It was good. The best vagina oil I ever had in my life with the
oil.
pasta.
With the pasta.
And the sauce.
Was it the vagina oil?
Vagina and the pasta sauce.
Yeah, with the red pepper flakes. Yeah, it's good stuff. Whoa. You all right?
I'm okay. My
Okay.
son. I'll come back. Hold on 1 second. Okay.
Who are you talking to?
Hurry up. I gotta go watch the show.
I need you to work in the basement.
Okay, the basement.
The basement. My house.
At your house.
Who's
gonna pay me?
Not Stallion's
Pay my
house.
son.
I know you spent all summer at Stallion's house building a fucking sidewalk. I need you.
They don't do shit for me. My nephew, he helped me though. And the freaking father, he don't do shit but talk.
Okay,
I don't know how can you talk.
I get it. I don't. I need you by the end of the month. I need to build a studio here in the basement.
What are you gonna do? Oh, my son.
My podcast.
What are you gonna? What
Papa,
kind of studio you looking for?
I'm looking.
I'm a nervous now. What kind of studio?
A studio, an audio production.
I'm gonna ask
facility.
you, my son.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna ask you, my son, a question.
I feel uncomfortable.
And I need you to answer me the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
I know. I don't lie to you, Pop.
You know,
Except
it's
my
like
teenage years.
if I tell you I'm gonna build a wall and I don't build a wall.
Yeah.
I want you to say, Dad, I go to the store, and do you really go to the store?
Yeah.
I want you to.
All right. What's the question, Bob? Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Do studio to do. Tiritingi.
No. I'm an old married man. I don't do tiritinga.
Married guy, you do it.
I don't do it. No. It's an audio studio for our podcast.
My son.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Proud of this boy.
When can you start? Can you start next
I'll
week?
do a studio tomorrow for you. You don't gotta. You do the tiritinga, and the nephew record.
All right.
And we get it.
All right. You want some whiskey, Papa?
No, I don't drink. Do me a favor, give me a beer.
All right. That's exactly what happened today. He was over. I'm like, Pop, do you want some beer? Do you want some wine or some beer? He's like, yeah, I don't drink it. I don't drink it no more. I don't feel good. Give me a beer. That's exactly what happened. It's exactly what fucking happened.
That's my boy. That's my boy. That's right there. That's my boy. That's Papa Rem.
Oh, goddamn. That's classic, man. I
love it when you call me Big Papa. That's him right there, man. True player right there, bro. I'm telling you. That man, out in the heat, he had like two I don't know if they were Puerto Rican, but 2 Spanish guys that he works with. These guys were busting their Ecuadorian.
Yeah.
And one kid, he was my age from Cuba. I understand Spanish. I can speak Spanish. The poor kid, wanted to get a bottle of water. My uncle was on his knees, like paving the cement, doing whatever the Masons do, looking at this dude with a 1980s bandana on. My uncle had a 1980s bandana on. Okay, like Crips or Bloods or some shit wrapped around his head, staring this dude down like he was going to be like, listen, bro.
Why are you drinking water?
Why you drinking water?
What are you, some pussy?
Why you drinking water, Holmes? You know about the local forever. You ain't part of my clique, eh? I thought he was gonna freaking throw a freaking spatula at him or some shit. Whatever they used to put the cement down. Like a friggin' brick. Throw it right at his head. This kid was a hard worker too. He did his thing. But that's how my uncle gets down, man. No water, no nothing. He freaking handles his business, dude. No, don't give me food. Don't give me water. Give me lemonade and Coca-Cola so it dehydrates my ass even more. And then after, I'm going to pour a bucket of salt on my freaking pasta, eat that, drink a gallon of wine, and then I might have some freaking seltzer water in the morning. No, not water. Seltzer. Because I got another round of freaking bricklaying that my ass has got to do.
Yeah, these are hard workers, man.
These are hard workers.
All right. Hugh, you got anything else, or are we going to wrap this one?
No, this is perfect, man. I couldn't even imagine how good this was going to go.
I'm talking some gang shit right here. I'm talking about some freaking Mason gang shit. Like freaking, we're laying bricks.
Yeah. Ain't no joke. Bricks. Maybe next time we have Stallion back, we'll talk about the time that he got lit up by my dad on the job.
You gotta have the Stallion on every fucking week, man. This is classic.
Yo, he lit me up because I bought a pitcher of water to the job site at 15 years old when he wanted lemonade or soda. And Utsio means like, Tio is what we Sicilians call our uncle's uncle. That's how you say uncle.
It's like Tio in Mexican.
Yeah, like Tio in Spanish.
Yeah.
You know? Tia,
in Mexican. No, it's fine. You can say Mexican. Mexican's a race and a language.
Oh,
yes.
Good shit. You know, so he's like, Utsi, you bring a water. Why do we find that everywhere? Lemonade or soda pop. It's freaking 105 degrees. Okay. And we're laying bricks and pouring cement.
Tio, I don't get hydrated off of soda. It's not good for me. I'm gonna drink some water.
At 15, I knew that freaking Coca-Cola's gonna dehydrate my ass. All right. I don't want you freaking dying out here, guy. And me and my cousin are looking at each other like, dude, we're freaking carrying bags of cement over our shoulders onto a freaking spike that mixes it into a machine, out the machine, into a bucket that we've got to carry 100 yards. I don't want to drink a Coca-Cola, you know?
Yeah. Yep. And then my father wondered why he doesn't feel well at the end.
And by the way, Hugh, he had the same freaking bandana on.
Yeah.
Wrapped like a headband with a freaking wife beater on.
Yeah. No shirt.
No shirt?
No shirt.
No shirt with the chest hair popping out and a gold chain.
The dragon tattoo on the left arm.
Dragon tattoo on the left arm.
Lots of Sicilian chest hair.
Yeah.
All right, Stallion, I'm going to wrap this one up.
Next topic, we're talking about some of these chicks that you show. Hey, listen, Hugh, it's going to get better.
No, I can't imagine, man. I don't know if I can handle it. You guys went up to like 11 and a half, man.
We need to talk about Sicilians that hit up the club on Bachelor Night.
Dude, anytime, man. You come on anytime, man. This was great.
Yes, sir.
Julie, you gotta come out this way. We gotta bring you to one of our Italian family get-togethers.
Oh, I'd love it, man. You know what
we gotta do? We gotta put up some cameras here. We gotta record. I'll record it and I'll edit it. I'll edit it with my cousin and we'll share it, you know?
Yeah.
That'll be hot.
Some real fucking YouTube shit. Yo,
yeah,
you do camera stuff. You should like come down here and
I'll put 3 cameras up and
take some hot ass pictures of me. You know what I'm saying? Some hot ass pictures of me with like my shirt hanging off and shit. Yeah, whatever.
No problem.
Stallion, you got anything that you want to plug? I know we're trying not to give away your real name, but do you want to say anything before I wrap up, or you tell me, bro? No, nothing. See, dead air, dead silence is not good for the podcast. That's why I'm talking right now, because you're kind of staring at the microphone. It's like you're frozen in fucking fear. Yeah, there it goes. Come on.
You ain't frozen, bro. He's from the West Coast. Let me tell you something.
No, he's from the Central Coast.
Oh, are you talking to me or talking to your cousin?
He was talking to you.
No, I'm talking to you.
This is like perfect because what you were doing, you were walking and Rem was walking the other way and then you slowly turned around. You looked at him. He slowly turned around, looked at you. Your guns by your waist-side, like freaking Western.
No, motherfucker. I was talking to you, homie. I was talking to you.
You're talking to me? Damn, that beer was good.
All right. I know. Stallion.
What's that again?
That's my furnace.
That's your furnace.
Yeah.
Holy
Stallion
shit.
doesn't want to plug his stuff, but maybe when he's come from the future. Stallion, Huel, real quick. Let's do it. We did Royal Rumble predictions last week, Huel, and I won because I got both of them fucking right. Who's winning the Super Bowl? Stallion, go.
Okay. You know what? Even I'm a Dolphin fan. I know you want a quick answer here. I'm a Dolphin fan since the day I was born. I
don't need your history. Who's fucking winning?
I gotta give the history. You know why?
Yeah.
Fuck it. I'm not gonna give no history here.
Fucking pathetic.
Rams. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Rams. Okay. Huel, who's winning the Super Bowl, bro?
Man, I fucking hate the Patriots, but the Patriots are gonna win. Fucking Tom Brady sold his soul to the devil or some fucking thing, man. Like it's not fair. It's not fair. Fuck that guy.
Rem over here is a Rams fan. I gotta go with my cousin.
I'm picking the Patriots, bro.
I hear you though, man. I hear you.
My buddy Oscar died, last year. And, it'll be 2017, October 2017. He was the biggest Patriots fan in the world. I will root to the Patriots to my dying breath in honor, in memoriam of my boy Oscar. All right. So I'm going Patriots, man. Patriots.
R.I.P. Gronkowski's going to do his thing.
R.I.P. Gronkowski.
But let me tell you, freaking that Polish bear is going to, he'll run in a couple TDs.
Hold on. Racism, not acceptable in this podcast. So you watch your language about the Polish people.
I got Polish friends.
Oh, okay.
But then again, it does, you know what? I just knocked a complete Sicilian, like off the freaking podcast.
Hey, Stallion, I need you to tell all your friends about this podcast. All right. We have like 12 listeners now. I need to hit that 15, a magic 15, maybe 20 if we're lucky.
15 listeners tonight?
No. 12 like total. Like they download the show.
We need to up to up those numbers. You know what we got to introduce some freaking porn.
We do it every week. We do porn. See, here's another guy who doesn't listen to the show. You don't listen to the show, and if Stallion doesn't listen to the show, we do porn every week, bro.
No, we gotta really up that game. We gotta up that game just a little bit.
When you listen to what we did earlier tonight, you're gonna love this.
We gotta get a couple older guys down here and talk about their stories.
That's gross. That's just gross. I don't want to get drunk guys down here and have to have sex with them after. I don't do that shit.
No, then
I don't do that. I don't live that life anymore.
Sneak up 2 chicks that come up right behind them, and we get that shit on.
Homie, I'm married, bro. I'm married.
And we don't do shit then.
That's right.
We don't do shit.
We just fuck the old guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
because
it'd be like a real nice thing to do for those old guys, probably.
Yeah, exactly. It's like giving to freaking charity, like charity giving right there,
All right, Hewley. Let's see here.
Fucked up shit, but that'll be some funny ass shit too.
Thanks for listening to the Rich Dickman Show, you guys. I hope you all enjoyed the Stallion joining us.
Be easy out there, man, on the West Coast.
All right, man. Send me those links. Give them to your cousin. Have him text them to me.
Yeah, man. Most definitely.
You can follow Huel on Twitter at @WowHuelhauser. All right, Huel. Where else can our listeners find you?
What about Instagram? You got an Instagram?
Motherfucker, I'm trying to end the show.
Shit. Oh shit! I'm on my phone right now. I'm trying to hook up.
Are you on Instagram, Hewley?
Yeah, but I don't use it anymore. But I got an Instagram. We need to make like a fucking Rich Dickman Instagram and put some pictures of you dick on there.
That's the truth.
Producer Ryan, you hear that?
Instagram page.
It's a fat guy trail running.
Hey, what's your Reddit handle, dude? I was trying to find that Reddit post that you took the screenshots of our conversation the other night.
It's a real El Abogado.
Oh, okay. All right. So you can find Huel on the World Wide Webs at Wow Huelhauser. Fat Guy Trail Running. Yeah, El Abogado. That's him.
El Abogado.
Yeah. And, you know what that means? El Abogado?
Yeah, the lawyer.
The lawyer. That's right. You should go to Amazon.com, search Rich Dickman.
That's him right there.
That's my man. That's there he is.
Oh, just like the pic. You got 51 likes on that pic now.
Stallion. If you go to Amazon.com.
Amazon.
You search Rich Dickman.
Yeah.
You can buy our Slightly Better Than Mediocre t-shirt. You can buy our El Abogado t-shirt. And you can buy our brand new Eat the Rich t-shirt. So go on and get yourself a new t-shirt, bro.
I want to get me a Dickman shirt.
You can find me on Twitter at Remgar, REMGHAR. You can find producer Ryan on Twitter at RyanTRDS. You can find my mother on Twitter, Rem_Mama. Hey, Stallion, are you on Twitter? Not with the Stallion name, are you?
I was on Twitter. I ended it, but
you might need to open up a Twitter account because I think a lot of people are going to want to know more about you, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people, man.
A lot of people.
You're going to have to teach me how to Twitter because I don't even know.
All right, I'll teach you.
All right, hold on.
Shut up. Let me end the show.
Oh, shit.
You can call call the Dickman line, 860-316-4776 if you want to leave us a voicemail. And if you want to send us an email, richdickmanshow@gmail.com. If you have any other questions for Stallion, he may not be back next week. I think we're going to have Hot Drummer Newspaper on next week if I can do that. But I will certainly get a hold of the Stallion here and let him know what your questions are.
You just said you're going to have a Hot German here next week?
Hot Drummer Newspaper. She was in my band, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, be respectful.
Well, then again, I respect it, but if she's hot, I'm going to be here too.
All right, bro.
I mean, I'll try. I mean, I got to be respectful too, right?
You know, when my dad finally gets down here and builds me the studio, we'll do this.
We got to get your father. We got to get him on this show too.
You think so? You think that'd be a good show?
Listen, we put some Godfather music in the background and we just have a conversation.
I think he needs to have like 2 glasses of homemade in him before he can come on the show. Yeah. Hewley, you got anything you want to end the show with, bro? What I'm saying, bro.
This is the best, buddy. This is the best. This is pure fucking unadulterated, mainline, intima vein, the HGH and all the other shit combined and put it all in the same syringe. I love this, man. This is top class.
I'm glad you had a good. Thanks for coming on at this time for you too. Even though it's all at one time here. I appreciate you making the deal happen. At Rich Dickman Show, give us a follow at Rich Dickman Show. Like, share, and subscribe our YouTube show. Oh, you know what, Huel? Randy didn't put out a video this week because he's like still adjusting to his fucking new work schedule, and he's just like getting high every night so he can go to sleep. So he didn't do a YouTube video for us last week. But hopefully Randy gets off his ass and gets to work. I'd like to thank a special shout out to our boy Ray at Jules Winfeld for all the awesome memes that he sent me that I've been posting on our Twitter account. Are you jacking off right now? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Why are you shaking?
I gotta piss right now.
Oh, you gotta pee?
Yeah, I'm hearing you talking.
I don't have a sump pump down here.
Cold,
Nah, in my old house I had a sump pump that you could pee in, but you're gonna have to go upstairs, bro. All right. I'm gonna end the show now, Huel. Thank you guys for listening. RichDickmanShow@gmail.com and at Rich Dickman Show. Thank you. Send your comments in. Dickman. Good night. All right, man.
That was solid. That was fucking solid.
Yeah, my man he wanted to with me down here in the basement. I'm like, yo, my kids are up.